Thought we kicked the week off with a bang. This is the week Chris Stanley becomes an 8 millionaire. It's the Bennington Show on Sirius XM, Raw Dog 99. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I'm Ron Bennington. Today's show comes to you from milk cartons. Milk cartons. You don't want to go back to carrying milk around in a bucket, do you? Milk cartons. It makes it easy to carry. Get yourself a milk carton. Probably be filled with milk. All right, Bennington Show on a Monday, and we're all thunderstruck around here. By the way, the current lead singer of AC/DC is doing a show for us Thursday night. He's with his side project, Guns N' Roses, and that should be an amazing night. And then, Gail, you just told me that there's an opening act, which I was unaware of.
Yeah, I just got an email that there was an opening act that the Kills are opening. Which I had no idea.
This is, well, they're unbelievable. They're unbelievable.
I'm a huge fan of theirs.
Yeah, me too. And by huge fan, I mean I love that one song.
Good ones.
I don't know what else they do, but I'm sure it's great.
The real good one.
By the way, I always thought that was one of the most attractive women in rock history.
Yes, and the two of them together, like it's one of those things that he comes off so sexy, and I don't know if it's because of her, like she makes him sexy because she's the way she is with him, but he's married to that supermodel. She was like the big 90s supermodel. I don't know who
she is. Christy Turlington? Is he married to Christy Turlington?
Kate Moss.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's a fucking shocker for me. All right, congratulations, Kills. And no matter what happens, you'll have two fucking people going crazy for you this Thursday night. Chris,
yes.
If you get your $8 million tomorrow for $400,000, I'll sell you fucking 2 tickets.
$400,000?
Yes. And that's fucking cash from the barrelhead. You're going to have a lot more after that. You celebrate with the fucking GNR boys.
That'd be a great celebration.
You're going to be fucking thunderstruck. I hope they do. You should just keep yelling out AC/DC. All right, lots to get to today. I think the big story over the weekend, despite all the Russia talk, is the weather girl gets in on Instagram ass wars. I don't know which one of you fucking thugs threw this up. Was it you, Vito?
That was me. That's Yanette Garcia. She's the famous Mexican weather girl.
Now, she got her butt out there, huh?
Yeah, and she's really known for this thing.
Hello.
First of all, I didn't know she was known for it because she's a Mexican weather girl, so there's no way I would know her. So
you weren't aware of her?
Let's give that a play. Wow, that's a lot of ass.
That is a lot of butt. And she's so
little and little.
Holy shit.
Look at the side view of it.
Yeah.
Like the side view, from just looking at it direct, great.
Yeah.
But you don't really appreciate it till she turns to the side and you realize how much of a bubble butt that is.
Yeah, she's been brought onto an international stage ever since her ass was displayed.
If I was working at the airport, I'd say, you're going to have to check that in right now. Now, I was learning how creepy men are from watching that new 7 o'clock show on NBC where they showed the girls of the Silicon Valley who have fucking, what do you call it when you're not raping someone but you're inappropriate?
Sexual harassment?
Okay, they're being sexually harassed and more in Silicon Valley.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of believe it, though, because sometimes those nerdy dude types, they can be quite misogynistic.
Well, here's what happens, they said. They said that a geek with money turns into a bro overnight.
Yeah, 100%.
And what's her name, the girl that just went over from Fox News?
Megyn Kelly.
All right, so Megyn Kelly goes, explain the bro. What exactly is the bro? And the lawyer said, exactly what it sounds like. And I was like, oh, fuck, okay. I got it now. So these girls, they're trying to raise money with venture capitalists. Chris is going to be a venture capitalist Tuesday night.
Angel investor.
Yeah. Angel dust investor is more like it. So They were saying like, oh yeah, tell me all about it. And then they fucking sit next to him and try to touch him and shit. Like there's nothing, I'm sorry, but if you're rich and you can't get laid on your own just by being rich.
Yeah.
The fuck are you doing sexually harassing people?
Yeah, that's like a thing. Like, I actually think that the worst personality type that is like the nerd turned bro is that like king of the nerds personality. And they're always pretty bitter. They're shitty to their friends. They're like, look, I'm on top now.
What was that Farmer fucking John or whatever from that movie? The, No More Yankee, My Wanky.
Farmer Ted from 16 Candles.
Farmer Ted. And remember, he was king of the nerds. And what did he do? He raped the fucking girl.
Yeah. He raped her. And then had the audacity to say, how was I when she woke up?
And then, for some reason, she just looks at him and says, Thunderstruck. I understand fucking Spencer was rocking out to that song.
He was loving it. He's a big Thunderstruck fan.
Is it just Thunderstruck or is he like AC/DC?
Good. They're all pretty good is what he says.
Okay, all right. I trust him. So he does a weekly countdown. Thunderstruck! And then they're always concerned like, hey, what's wrong with my voice? My voice went out. I don't know. You've been fucking screaming. Yo, but Thunderstruck! But now, I'm gonna fucking play the other side here. All these girls who were in charge of fucking raising money, they were all gorgeous girls. Mm-hmm. Like, you got that job somewhat based on being hot.
Right, but that's like the short skirt idea.
No, I get it, but I'm saying, no, there's not one homely girl who gets these fucking job.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Saying,
just like, yeah.
On day one, you should look around and be like, hey, are we all really hot?
Yes.
Is there something going on?
Are they trying to prance us around like little sex objects?
We're all really hot.
Yeah.
It's like weird.
I would like to just see one thick back girl in there going, I don't get it. I've never been bothered. None of these nerds, any of these nerds try anything with me and I'll fucking pull their tongues out. No, but it was really, when you saw it, it was fucking, it was pretty sad.
Yeah.
It was shining a light on what's happening there, Silicon Valley.
King of the nerds, instant bro.
I don't think we have anyone here at Sirius XM who crosses lines, do you?
I don't think so, Jen.
I don't think they do.
Okay. I would have said Zito, if anybody. I mean, he ended up marrying a girl from here, right?
He could be handsy.
So,
I just thought that was his way.
Is that our building? We've been thunderstruck on this fucking thing. There was just a close-up of our building on TV for no apparent reason.
That was really weird.
Yeah.
I just turned around. I was like, is everything okay?
This building is filled with toxic gas. More after we come back. They've been thunderstruck. So much to get to today. Vito, I'm going to bring it up to you right away. I brought up to your partner on Big Brothers, is he drinking? Because he's slurring quite a bit. Do you ever notice it, Vito?
The first episode, I definitely noticed some shenanigans going on, but
No shenanigans.
Did you think he was drunk?
You're drunk at work.
For the first episode?
He must have been hiding it because I was with him for most of before it. Then he showed up and just slurring his words and being an all-around mess.
I was tired.
I'll also say this, Chris.
Yeah.
Vito is just he's trying his ass off. And you troll him constantly.
I'm not trolling him.
He's working hard,
I brought up some good points that last podcast.
We also had a complaint tweet that you guys give away spoilers on there. And I did say, well, it is a behind-the-scenes look at Big Brother, i.e. spoilers should be implied.
Yeah, why would you listen to a show where the experts are talking to you? How weird would it be if they're just like, I like secrets. What do you think is happening right now? Like, why would you listen to that?
I had the feeds on because it comes on TV late at night last night. And I'll just say this. And I kind of went to sleep with it on. That Kevin is a very fucking likable guy. Yeah. He's the Boston guy.
Yeah.
He's very fucking likable.
He has the potential to go far for that. Like, sometimes you're just like, people just get, like, they stick around because people are like, I like him enough. And then all of a sudden he's in the, like, final two.
I heard the Big Brothers trying to say who their final, it's so early that you forget by week 5, right? When it all starts to kick in, you forget at least 6 or 7 of the first weeks who was in there and if you like them or not. It really comes to, it's like a marathon. You run, and then you kick at the end.
Right.
You know?
So who do you guys think your top 2 is?
It looks like
Paul's
running away with the game right now. Like, it's just hard to think everybody just
I think he's flying too close to the sun right now.
I would agree 100%. He is overplaying in a way that he never overplayed last year. He is playing like it's the last 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that. He started off in the game, so that was a stupid way to play. Played very cool for a long time. And then you picked Dom last week. Tell me what a great player she is. And she's a fucking buckethead.
Yeah, well, Paul, convinced everybody in the house that she's the enemy and that she was the one who voted to keep Cody.
Yeah, but that's not why she got in trouble.
Well, yeah.
2 reasons she's in trouble. A, that stupid talk show, what you said was brilliant. That got her in trouble. That got her in trouble. That pulled her into the radar. And 2, you can't God talk. If you have a religious thing, you keep it to yourself. You do your prayers to yourself. You don't say, pray with me, everybody. Please, Lord, let Kevin be voted out next week. People hate that.
Yeah, and Paul even said to everybody that he doesn't like that she's pushing her agenda on everybody else in the house, in that sense.
I think that this week, and you know Paul's my boy, as he points out all the time. He is my boy. That this would have been an easy week to make no new enemies.
He's overplaying. He's just overplaying.
He said something last night that if he actually goes through with this, he's going to get a lot of heat. He wants to show up
Spoiler
alert.
Spoiler alert.
Do 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 thunderstruck. Do 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 do. Give them a chance. All right, now do your spoiler.
He wants to show up to the veto in blackface and call Dominique a snake.
Well, that never works.
What?
That never works. Blackface never works.
He wants to wear the black makeup that people have, like the face
All right,
mask.
then she should show up in a giant beard and a fucking stupid thing.
Why did he even joke?
What happened to friendship?
Why would my boy do that?
In his head, when you hear him talking, it doesn't sound like he's thinking of the blackface aspect. He's just like, how can I look like a snake? And he's like, all right, blackface, black leather jacket.
If you say the word black and then face, you've got to think about this.
No, you can't do it.
And he said he's going to show up to the veto ceremony, and everybody's like, yeah, if you're going to go over the top, just go over the top, man. Nobody's like, hey, this is an awful idea.
This is not Big Brother over the top.
I will also say a man who lives a private life has complained about both of you in spoilers. He lives a very private life.
He's got to get in those feeds.
He tweets once every 9 years. Very, very private. But I'll let you guys get to your Game of Thrones talk because I know that the internet was furious. Again, spoiler alert, if people wait to watch Game of Thrones on Wednesday, spoiler alert. But the Ed Sheeran, I guess, is the King of Darkness. Is that what his role was?
He was just like a soldier / minstrel.
Lannister conscript.
Did he sing?
He did, yeah.
Oh my God.
It was real. Okay, here's the thing. I don't want to complain because the opening scene of this first episode was so good, and it was something that it was clearly like, you guys have been waiting for this. Let me give you something that everybody wants, kind of thing. And it was awesome. It was so good. And then immediately afterwards, like, there were little things that you'd be like, ooh, that's not good. But to have Ed Sheeran in it, I was just like, no, this is a show that has not done something like this before, so it's very bizarre.
He not only was he in it, he had like 3 or 4 lines. Like it's just way too much dialogue for this dude.
So you felt like it took you, it ruined the reality for you.
100%.
This can't be Westeros.
Then why wouldn't a dragon why wouldn't a dragon take you out of this?
What's your point?
I know for a fact somebody they got next week too. That may be a spoiler, and apparently it's a big A big part,
serious?
yes.
Oh, no.
Because I read the things in the newspaper today where they gave away that they're stunt casting this year.
Oh, no.
Come on.
This is not good. Who is it?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Now, is there a southern kind of nation?
Dorn.
What is it?
Dorn.
That's it. So that guy, their chieftain or whatever, Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's going to be on Game of Thrones. You know there's some dragons around here. Here's an old lady who's going to be doing a hula hoop.
Yeah. Now, I know that you're not a fan.
Well, it's not that I'm not a fan. I've never watched a minute of it. I've seen...
But do you think if there was... And I know you have a hatred for dragons and anything with a dragon in it. But if there were no dragons in the show, do you think that you would watch it?
I'm not a big fantasy person normally, you know?
Right.
And then there's another thing. I don't like a show that makes you feel cold. I don't like all the Middle Ages stuff because it looks cold and muddy and damp.
Oh, there's so many like dank castles.
Yeah, I don't like that feeling.
Just like barely lit with candlelight.
Maybe if there was a Thrones of Hawaii, I could watch it.
Right. But you tend to just steer away from anything with lords, ladies, knights.
That's normally true of me. I'm sure there's things that I've watched before that I've enjoyed,
right.
But I find that whole era overplayed.
Yeah.
And not nearly as interesting as, let's say, ancient Greece, where it was warm and thoughtful and there was art and science.
Right.
You know, the Dark Ages were dark for a reason. They stunk. Literally like human shit, because those people used to shit wherever they were.
What?
Well, where do you think the Games of Thrones shit? Did they ever bring it up?
Last night they brought up chamber pots. A lot of chamber pots.
That's
really
disgusting.
So gross. And there was like a montage of chamber pots.
It was unneeded.
And like emptying chamber pots that actually had me like gagging.
Oh,
and I thought
I should be watching. I should be watching some scat show from the Middle Ages.
But the wizardry. Now, this is my favorite tweet that I saw, because a lot of people were live tweeting Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tweet from Colin Quinn, and it says, Jon Snow is too soft. He's not a wintertime leader. Honestly, you need a Colin Quinn type. There, I said it.
First of all, I do agree with Colin on that. I think he would be great on that show. And Jon Snow is a disappointment. Am I right?
No, sexy disappointment.
The sexiness fucking overrides everyone's opinion.
Can I tell you something?
I love him so much.
That's almost being a pederast, because that is a little boy. And I remember I fucking heard of Jon Snow for so long, and then when I finally saw this little kid with the fuzz on his face, I'm like, that's fucking Jon Snow?
Can't even grow a beard. It's ridiculous. Just the women are driving this Jon Snow thing.
Yes, but then say this. Women are fucking attracted to ninth graders, and leave it at that.
So twinkish. When he died and they like uncovered, like he was naked, like
dude,
he was
I haven't.
not one
Spoiler alert,
oh my
man!
God, spoiler
you know I
alert!
plan on binging this before this season starts.
That was fucked
Before
up.
this season starts this year, I'm going to binge watch all the other episodes.
Oh, no.
Okay, good.
But the Ed Sheeran thing was terrible. They did this once.
We know.
They did this once before. They put Sigur Rós into a scene, but no one knows what Sigur Rós looks like.
This is the first time I've heard the name. You mean cigarette?
Oh, Sigur Rós. Sigur Rós, yeah.
Okay, because
Pretty
Sigur
sure
Rós
it's
sounds...
Sigur Rós.
I was positive I was mispronouncing.
Was Bob Seger in this?
I could be wrong.
Wish.
I am going to announce within a couple of minutes who our mentors / judges will be in Montreal. We will announce 2 of the 3 and then hold the 3rd. As I always say, hold the 3rd, no matter what happens in life. Good things happen in 3s, so we're holding the 3rd. But this is our big show that we take out. We've done this in Austin, Texas. We've done it at the New York City Comedy Festival. Time and time again, we've had a great time with this. So he claims he's in, and he's happy and excited to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, your chance to see what I believe will be his natural environment. Mr. Jim Norton.
Oh,
Jim Norton.
Yes!
You may know him from his specials on Epix and Netflix.
This is super exciting.
Also, a good friend of ours, and I believe will be the person who's played Comedy 101 more than any other. You may know him from his half hour on Netflix that just came out. And from what I understanding, it's causing quite the buzz. He's half of the bonfire, Mr. Dan Soder.
Yeah!
Dan Soder.
This is already great.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So go to the iBang immediately. Get your tickets. This is worth making a road trip, actually, if you're not even in Canada. But if you're in Canada, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. And we will hold the announcement of the 3rd.
It's Comedy 101 happening Friday, July 28th, 11 p.m. at the Mainline Theater in Montreal as part of the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. Go to theinterrobang.com to find out how to get tickets with 2 of the 3 mentors, Mr. Dan Soder and Jim Norton.
Exciting announcement to make.
It's going to be a great show.
And we will be adding at least one judge. At least. But this is going to be a great night. Great night.
We always have fun doing this show, but this one, it feels very exciting. This feels very special.
It feels very, very special. And a lot of our friends are going to be up there, and it's going to be a great time, and we're going to be just popping around town and having a great time. And I don't even think because we might even have, another thing I'm going to be doing up there. We haven't announced that yet, right?
No, we haven't.
Well, let's announce that later.
Okay.
I mean, what's the hurry?
Yeah.
You know? What's the goddamn hurry? But anyway, stay tuned to this show because we always got fun shit going on. All brought to you by milk cartons. Milk cartons. You don't want to carry your milk around in a bucket, do you?
No.
Milk cartons.
Good point.
God, look at this carton thing.
Joe in Utah.
Hey, Ronnie B, how you doing?
So goddamn good, Joe. Just had a nice, relaxing weekend.
Good. I know why Chris loves Game of Thrones so much. He looks like one of the characters.
Which one?
You know, Samuel Tully.
I don't look like Sam. I don't look like Sam.
He's a fat person.
Oh,
He's a
that's
fat guy with
mean.
black hair.
Look, you don't talk to an 8 millionaire that way.
Yeah. Oh, buy and sell your ass.
That's true. You'll be able to buy and sell him. 844 Rock God to reach the Bennington show. 844 Rock God. Our friend Maureen. Maureen, how you doing, darling?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to see if you guys knew about this show. It's new on Netflix. It's called Gypsy. And I read about it because somebody said, oh, you have to hear the new version of Gypsy by Stevie Nicks because for some reason the show was written based on that song. And but it's a weird show starring Naomi Watts.
I love her.
Yeah, me too.
Chris, take a look at me, and I'll try to tell you how to do your job in there.
and it's her husband on it is the lead singer of Stillwater there, Billy Crudup.
Oh, I love him too. Yeah, he's great.
And he has a sexy assistant that I would call Jen, but I think her name's Alexis.
All right, I'm gonna have this. What's it all about? What's the plot line?
It's Naomi Watts is like a therapist who she really crosses the line with her patients. She gets kind of obsessed with them, and she gets she gets into their personal lives in a creepy way.
Hot.
And so you always think, ooh, is she going to get caught? Because she's.
I just saw the picture that got put up from the Game of Thrones guy. What's his name?
Samuel Tarley.
Yes.
Samwell?
Samuel.
Chris, he is the spitting image of you.
No, he's not.
He's the third big brother, and you know it.
Bullshit. He has black hair and he's overweight. That doesn't just define me.
And the beard.
And the patchy beard.
And the weird thing is, up here he looks like Vito. His forehead and eyes look like Vito.
He's your long-lost brother.
Big brothers have added a third.
Expect the unexpected.
All right, thanks, Maureen.
Okay.
Peace. Here's Matt in Virginia. Matt, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man, I got to say, he does not look like Samwell whatsoever. He looks like Hodor.
What's the story with Hodor?
Hodor is a large simpleton who can only say one word. His name, Hodor.
Special needs.
All right.
Hodor.
Dude,
Thank God.
all right, thanks.
Hodor.
That's mean. I don't look like Hodor.
You act like him, though.
No, I don't. I can say other words besides Chris.
Doesn't seem like it. And you do carry me around on a little backpack.
Vito's more of a Hodor type.
Matt, Strong Island.
Hey, Bennington, how are you today?
Cool.
So is Ed Sheeran, is that historically speaking, when we look back on Game of Thrones, is that sort of a jump the shark moment?
I'm going to say it's Jump the Dragon.
Yeah, it does feel a little bit like a Jump the Dragon moment.
Copyright that for me, because I'd love to get that kind of run that Jump the Shark had on it. Yeah. Is it done yet?
I mean, I sent an email.
Send it to the email, he says.
Send it to the... You want me to send it to the email?
You realize how stupid that sounds?
Really stupid?
I sent it to the email.
Hodor send it to the email.
Dude, I sent it to the email, and I'm hoping to hear back. Hello, email? Ron owns game of Jump the Dragon. Okay? Love Hodor. Craig and Madison. Craig and Madison.
Hey, Bennington.
Yes.
I'm here. How you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Here's my update from last week. Remember I told you I called the Howard Stern show? Okay. I called the Howard Stern show.
Hold on for a second. If I had to keep taking updates from people who called the Howard Stern show, I wouldn't be able to have my own show.
No, wait. This is about Opie. I called to see if he had anything to do with Opie being fired.
I can tell you this. The answer is no.
Okay. But why wouldn't he answer that question?
First of all, I don't know how many calls he gets, and I don't think he has anything to, I don't think this would move his show along. And I shouldn't be defending him. I'm not a defense lawyer.
Your best friend, I guess.
Opie is on Twitter, right to him.
Okay, well, I just wanted an update because everyone called me a liar, okay? Stern dyes his hair, and you have a better show. So
first of all, you're not even a fan of this show. Because you would know.
I've come to see you 3 times, Ron. You know exactly who I am.
I have no idea who you are, but I know this.
I have been to 3 Unmasked. Gail, do you know who Craig is from Madison?
I don't know who Craig from Madison is.
You're in the audience for those.
I guess I better listen to Rush Limbaugh again. See you later.
I'm sorry you've got your feelings hurt. You went to 3 Unmasked. You're in the audience. I am not paying attention to who's in the audience. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not interviewing the audience.
I might know you by face, but I didn't connect it to Craig, who calls in and calls into Howard. I'm sure I said hello to you.
See, all right, I got to tell you this fucking story, right? This is a story about Mr. Rich Voss, who was at the stand this weekend. Now, everyone knows that Rich is an easygoing guy. Mm-hmm. And if you listen to O&A over the past 15 years, they've always teased Rich, right? And when anybody would ever do a fucking thing as a Voss, like it's a joke, I'd be like, dude, you better fucking be careful around him. He's the best counterpuncher in the fucking world. The fact that he got teased on O&A, he allowed that to happen. It was part of the character that he was playing. But he's an exceptional crowd work comedian. So he's out the other night. I'm going to give this fucking little secret away. I believe he was sleeping in the back booth until his name was called on stage. Because he had to do 4 shows that night. I'm fucking tired. So I was hosting this weekend, so you know where that little service bar is at the stand. So he has 5 minutes left or something. So I come back downstairs. I'm standing by the thing, waiting for him, to wrap up and bring up the next comedian. So he's literally sitting down. That's how easy he feels about the night. He's just talking with the audience, and he's telling stories, and he's being very, very funny. A guy, after one of the jokes, goes, "That's your best joke yet." Voss fucking turns around and looks at this guy. Now, the guy was with a big group, and he was a good-looking guy, and he's in the advertising business, right? Mm-hmm. So you already picture him. right?
Oh, yeah.
He's surrounded by the girls at work. He's the alpha guy, the sales guy in an advertising business. And he yells out, "That's your best joke yet." All the fucking girls giggle, right? Because he's the guy at work. Voss fucking turns to this guy and he goes, did you just judge my act? And then he starts to pound this guy until he became a fine powder.
Oh my God.
Over and over. And Voss was actually pissed while he was doing this. Like, the other part that made me laugh is like, well, this guy was just sleeping 15 minutes ago.
Right.
He's fucking pounding this fucking... Now I'm starting to see him as a poor, pathetic fucking... And then fucking yells at him, "I'm a loaded gun!" He yells, "I'm a loaded gun" at this fucking guy. And I mean, I saw all the fucking girls, all these blonde girls that he was with, looking at the table. They weren't looking at Voss, and they weren't looking at the guy who was getting the shit kicked out of him.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
So cringy and great. Oh my God. Why does anyone think that's a good idea to yell out? Why does anyone do that?
I have no idea. Sam in Canada. Sam.
Yeah, Ron, you know who I am. I'm your old friend. I've listened to you off and on for years. You know me well, don't you?
Oh, yeah, sure. Sam in Canada. Yeah, you listen. Sometimes you listen at home and sometimes you listen while you're driving.
That's exactly right.
Yes, yes.
Buddy. Golly, yeah.
Like fucking Santa Claus, I keep a list of every single listener. And I just check off their names.
Of course you do, buddy. Thanks.
All right. Sam, hey, Sam?
Yeah.
Before you go, I'd like to throw you in a pretty good prize closet. You've had a pretty good year this year.
Sammy! Hey,
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm looking over the notes. Yeah. It's not fucking disrespectful. I meet a lot of fucking people, you know?
It happens a lot.
I don't know who's all in the audience all the time. I shake hands. I pose. Trying to fucking be nice to people. But there's an easy way to reach Opie.
Right.
Oh, what is it? Opie Radio on Twitter and Opie Show on Twitter.
Yeah, Opie Radio.
So there's two places that you can never. And Sherrod has already given out all the information on his Race Wars, his controversial Race Wars podcast. Race Wars. It's coming sooner than you think. Race Wars. Sherrod was down there smoking weed again, sitting out front. Fucking the whole place smells like weed. And then I'm down there, Ben Bailey, who everyone knows from Cash Cab, is on stage. And he goes like this. "Do you smell weed?" I was just fucking cracking up. I wanted to yell out at Sherrod upstairs, but the last time I told on Sherrod, Big J. Okerson called me a white narc. Which hurt my feelings. Why wouldn't he just say narc?
Yeah.
What does it matter what color I am? I'm just a undercover narcotics officer. That's a fucking pilot for a Netflix show I'm watching called Undercover Narcotics Officer.
Really? I definitely watch that.
It's about a guy who he's a cop, right?
Okay.
But he pretends that he's selling narcotics so he can entrap other people.
Is he good at it?
Like, "Hey, baby, you got some of that sweet weed?" You know, he talks like a street guy.
Guys,
like
talk
I
a little
do.
weird.
Huh? Speaking to the microphone, if you got some weed for me.
What did you say?
Well, a lot of guys like to tape everybody that they're dealing dope with. Chris, were you going to make a major drug buy if you get $8 million tomorrow?
I mean, maybe for personal stash.
Can I tell you what to get?
What's that get?
Speedballs.
You think?
You take heroin and you got coke, right?
Okay.
And you take that feeling out of the coke and the feeling out of the heroin. It basically feels like you've done nothing.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
It's just going to bring out the best in you.
Well, this sounds great.
Wow. You put up a thing over the weekend about how Owen Wilson's Wow replaced the...
Oh my God, this video is so funny. So it's the lightsaber sound that they use in, it's like what's the first, not the original first one, but the Phantom Menace. And they took all the lightsaber sounds and just replaced it with Owen Wilson's wow. And it's kind of brilliant.
Let me see it.
Wow.
Wow. It's Grosjean. Wow. It's definitely Grosjean.
Wow.
All right, let's stop it for a second. When's the last time we saw Owen Wilson in a major film?
It's been a little while. What was it?
I can't remember. Wedding Crashers?
It can't be right.
The Woody Allen movie?
No, that was years ago.
Yeah, it seems like that Moonlight in Paris or whatever.
Midnight in Paris.
Yeah, Midnight in Paris, not Moonlight in Paris. That's stupid.
That would be
Paris
a dumb name for a movie.
Wow.
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 Wow. Wow. Wow. Hold on, let me hear Chris do it because I just heard him jump in.
Wow. Okay, that is good.
Like a kitty cat.
Yeah, that's what he says like when he comes.
He was in Zoolander 2.
Yes, I said, what's the last movie he was in?
He's in Cars 3. He's doing a voice.
Movie, Chris, not a fucking children's cartoon.
Something called Lost in London. Haven't seen that.
Last major film that he did. That's what I'm looking for. Last major film.
Night of the Museum, Secret of the Tomb.
Chris, enough with the children's stuff.
Inherent Vice.
Oh, yeah, he was in that he had a walk-on. He had a cameo.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
So you're saying nothing, Chris. I was right when he said, when I said Wedding Crashers. Mike in New Jersey. Mike.
Yeah, Owen Wilson was in a movie called No Escape.
Chris,
I never heard of it.
That's a fucking great big movie. Everybody went to see it. Remember this theme song? No escape. Try all you want. There's no escape. You're not getting out of here. There's no escape.
Wow. My favorite part
is that an escape? No, I'm wrong. Because there is no escape. Hoda just went by looking fantastic.
I love Hoda.
Yeah. Who doesn't? And you had a nice little meet and greet that popped in here before the show today.
Yes, Jenny popped in to say hello, Miss Jenny McCarthy.
Jenny McCarthy really is cute, and her boyfriend, or her husband gives out big tips. Did you see that over the weekend?
No,
He gave this chick a $2,000 tip.
Nice.
And then it went up on Instagram on his account. Which made it even better. This chick just got a $2,000 tip.
I am pretty damn generous.
I'm trying to figure out, I can't remember the name of the chain that it was. I think it was that Korean chicken joint that we had on Friday.
The Delaney?
You know, I was thinking about that all weekend.
Were you?
It was delicious.
It's a good chicken sandwich.
I was going to go down Sunday and get myself another chicken sandwich, and then I'm like, it's fucking heat? No. I don't like it. Gets a little too hot.
It does. And being in Manhattan, like on the streets.
It's like the streets make things cooler. The streets in the building make the...
No, they
but
really
they don't.
They really don't.
But it reflects the fucking heat back, which is nice. Ezra said, dude, I've been to over 50 on mass shows, and Ron still calls me Black Girl. My mistake. I honestly thought that you were Black Girl. Chris, could you book Black Girl in the show?
Yes, I will text him post-haste.
What do you say?
Nothing yet.
Text his email. See what happens.
Okay.
I've sent a text to the email.
This is going to go down right now.
He didn't even text me when the Opie stuff went down. That's how out of it he is now. He's got over there. He's all caught up in the hard rock world. You know, last time I talked to him, he started telling me about this Hawaiian burger that was available for the summer.
He's true to his school, though.
All right, hold on. Jeff, what's up?
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, It was Mark Wahlberg that left that tip, not Donnie. Donnie is Jenny.
Oh.
All right, she's not married to Mark Wahlberg?
No, Donnie.
All right, pretty good prize closet you're going into.
Thank you, Ronnie. Love
And
you
I saw it on TMZ. I didn't see it on their Instagram. And like when I have TMZ on, which is fairly rare, I'm never watching.
It's just on in the background.
Yeah, it's on why I'm like, clicky-clacking around the old computer screen, trying to find out what the newest meme is,
Memes are great.
Wait, that is Donnie. It's Donnie. That is Donnie.
Wait, put Jeff back on. Jeff.
Yeah, Ronnie.
We just clicked it up. It's Donnie Wahlberg, not Mark.
Oh shit. Then I'm an asshole.
That's right, but guess what? I'm going to send you back to the pretty good prize closet. The prize is not going to be as good as you think. This is going to be something we need to get rid of, Vito. Something that's been hanging around for years.
You should put that on your Instagram, how kind you were to give out that prize.
Yeah, I really should. That's a fucking good idea for me. Sean, Virginia. Sean.
I think the last big Owen Wilson movie was Hall Pass, was it not?
Chris, how the fuck did you miss this?
God.
All right, pretty good prize closet.
Hall Pass?
Yeah, Hall Pass. It was a fucking great movie.
Midnight in Paris was after that.
I know, but Midnight in Paris was nothing.
Yeah.
Hall Pass, on the other fucking hand.
That's a big movie.
First of all, I went 3 weekends in a row before I could finally get in.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, the line was unbelievable. Tell them less surprise. Less surprise.
Less surprise, Vito.
Something we're trying to really blow out. Nick, St. Augustine.
Hey, Owen Wilson was in a good movie called Masterminds that had Zach Galifianakis in it, Kristen Wiig.
Chris, how do you fucking miss that? I love that. Was an indie classic.
It wasn't a major film.
Oh no, it was an indie classic.
I think the production company went bankrupt, so they couldn't market it. It went straight to Netflix.
That was part of the fun.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, that was part of the fun. I saw it and enjoyed it.
Never saw it.
Pretty good prize. Closet. Lesser prize.
Lesser prize.
Lesser prize. Pretty good prize closet. Chris, you're killing me over here. This fucking money better come through tomorrow. You're sucking me dry. And you are working tomorrow.
You can't. I have to, it starts at 11 a.m. That's why I gotta be at the courthouse.
11 a.m. Tell them to put you up front. You do 15 minutes. You jump on a fucking subway and you're here.
There's other fucking cases in front of me. I'm like at the third case.
Get somebody to switch with you. So no jury, just you and the judge, right?
It's me, the mediator of the. Let me look up what he's actually called. It is a judge.
Let me tell you something. The judge has bloodstains on his hands. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia because of Chris Stanley. That's the night where they killed an innocent man and didn't give him any money.
It is a judge. He's the mediator between my lawyer and Con Edison in New York City.
All right, well, just send me his name.
Okay.
Don't fucking just DM me on my account. Chris just sent me that his name is Judge Dewey.
Oh my God, Chris!
I did not do that.
That's not right.
All right, the hotline is going off, Chris, and I'm seeing right now. Hard Rock Johnny.
Mr. Owen Wilson was also in a huge movie recently, The Grand Budapest Hotel.
How do you forget that, man?
I don't think he had a big role in that film.
Yes, he did. He fucking stole the movie, dude.
Did he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a piece that went up over the weekend. And I guess this is a subreddit, which is smaller than Reddit, but bigger than not being on Reddit. Subreddit.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yeah. And so these people, and I guess they're doing this all around the world, they're finding locations that Wes Anderson should put in his films. And it's a brilliant idea because when you go through this, they look perfect for Wes Anderson. And how is he going to find all this himself? He needs somebody to crowdsource it.
Right. And he has such a distinct style that right away, all right, I'm seeing it.
That's perfect, the top one.
That's exactly it. Hey, that's perfect!
There's pictures of Birdie at her first birthday party.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like some of these pictures are like perfect for a movie for him. His style is so specific.
And it didn't exist before him, and now you see, like, it's the look of an indie movie.
Yes, and I honestly think that it has a big part to do with the craze of millennial pink.
Millennial
which is,
pink?
yes, that's what they're calling this color that is like very trendy in this.
Wait, that's what that means?
Yes.
I've been calling millennial pink some of my young bitches have been taking out.
Trying to get that millennial pink, you know what I mean?
Excuse me, boys. Looks like I got to pick up some millennial pink. There will be no delivery unless you're counting sperm. So, Johnny, that answers your question for you.
Thank you.
Would you like to go to a pretty good prize closet with a lesser prize?
I've never been to the Pretty Good Prize Closet, and I would love to go.
All right, pretty good prize closet, thanks to fucking Chris.
Hey, Johnny got a prize!
Johnny, as a favor, would you follow up? I'm trying to book girl on the show.
Yes, I can handle that. I think I know where he is most of the time.
Yeah. What is he doing? Fucking just hanging around the bathroom? Fucking... I was going to do a little joke, and I decided not to.
Good job.
Okay. Pretty good prize closet, lesser prize for you.
Yay!
Lesser prize.
Hey, John, I'll call you later.
Chuck, in Atlanta.
Bennington,
Yes, man.
just walked out of a Walmart. Had saw a DeLorean appear. Doc Brown and Marty McFly got out. And they're back from the future.
Dude, you're fucking...
And they were at Chris's court case.
Dude.
Good news, bad news. Chris loses the case. Good news.
Yeah.
For Chris. He keeps sucking dick to pay his bill.
All right. Thanks for pulling teeth.
I like, it took a long time to get there, but once you get there, it's great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a long ride. But, the whole sucking dick part was good.
He's not from the future.
He wasn't at all. Follow the fucking story.
Oh, my God.
He was
Chris.
at the Walmart. And car pulled up at the Walmart. The DeLorean. The Back to the Future prize. It was a car prize. Mickey Marty got out of it. Well, Dr. Mick. And he said Chris had good news.
Okay.
And some bad news.
Oh.
What is it?
Well, there is good news.
Okay.
Chris sucks dick. And the bad news is he's run out of dicks.
All right, dude.
Did you see the golf thing yesterday where Trump had to stay in that fucking little room and wave to people? He wasn't allowed out. It looked like he had some kind of bad disease.
He's a bubble boy.
Yeah, he was bubble boy in it. Fucking bubble boy. I hope you get out of that bubble one day, boy.
You can't let him out of the bubble. We saw that John Travolta movie.
Comedy 101 is coming to Montreal.
That's happening Friday.
Just hold on for a second, bubble boy. And we're just announcing now that our first two judges are Mr. Dan Soder, who was a marvelous judge, and a person that we've always wanted on the show, Mr. Jim Norton.
Yes. This is going to be so good.
That's happening Friday, July 28th, 11 p.m. at the Mainline Theater in Montreal. Go to theinterrobang.com to find out how to get tickets.
Why don't we take a break here, kids? All right? It's a big fucking day for us. We take a little break. You get something for us to read? I'll be glad to read about this. Tito's handmade vodka, America's original craft vodka. Our buddy Tito Beverage had the idea of building his own micro distillery, incorporating the boutique winery concept into the spirit industry. And everybody, friends, families, strangers, said it's not going to work. People would yell it out their cars at him down there in Austin, Texas. Tito, you don't stand a chance. Tito, you don't stand a chance. You know who he listened to? His inner voice, his inner Tito. And he went for it. First legal permit to distill in Texas. Life savings put into it. Racks up 19 credit cards. Builds his own copper pots, stills, and condensers. Tito, you don't have a chance. You're not going to make it, Tito. That's what they said to him. And this was his friends. This was people that he went all the way through school with, 1st through 12th grade. You're not going to make it, Tito. Look at me right now. You're making a fool out of yourself. You think there's going to be a vodka that comes out of Texas? P-U-E. That's what they say. P-U-E. It ain't going to happen. Gail, tell them the rest of the story.
They couldn't have been more wrong because Tito was awarded a 95 rating by wine enthusiasts. He won the unanimous Judges' Choice double gold medal at the World Spirits Competition, the Chairman's Trophy for the world's best vodka tonic, and that's just naming a few.
Now, it does have a modest paper label on a simple bottle because Tito believes what you really want is the exceptional handmade vodka inside. Now, all the big, expensive bottle makers around the world, they're going like this. No one's going to buy that, Tito. You need expensive bottle and a beautiful, fancy label. And that's people that are coming out of, South America, Asia. That's the way they talk. Tito, you're crazy. Well, guess who's crazy now, dude? Your own mirror. Your mirror's crazy for looking back at you. Tito, and they're going, why don't you move? Move to Beverly Hills, that is. Swimming pools, movie stars. But guess what? Tito isn't Jed Clampett. All right? Tito stayed in Austin, making it in the same land where he started it all, Austin, Texas.
Tito's handmade vodka is distilled 6 times from 100% corn and is naturally gluten-free. Visit us at Tito'sVodka.com for recipes, songs, and more. Nobody wants to hear any recipes and songs, Tito.
Well, guess what? They do.
40% alcohol by volume, handcrafted to be savored responsibly.
Bennington Show, Monday. Chris Stanley gets paid $8 million tomorrow, or it gets booted out and he gets 0. This is like watching the end of one of those big primetime TV shows.
Yes. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Chris Stanley does.
I do.
No one is like beat, it's not beat Siri or beat Alexa, but beat
Shazam.
Yeah, beat Shazam. Thank you, Vito. Beat Shazam, and it's the same thing. You risk your money and you try to beat Shazam in 80 songs.
So that's just like they play a clip of the song and you have to
play a clip and you got to beat Shazam.
Right. I don't think I would be that good at it, mostly because I'm really bad with song titles.
Well, that becomes a thing. A lot of times, people will just clip and go like this. I would walk 500 miles. You know what I mean?
Right. I feel like that's in the chorus of the song. But I think that's pretty much 90% of the songs I'm just identifying just a line from the chorus. If it's beyond a line from the chorus, I probably don't know.
Yeah, sometimes you're like, I don't know this song at all. And then you're like, oh, okay. And then there's, people go like this. What's your thoughts on God? God is one of us.
Right.
And it's fucking Counting Blue Cars is the name of the song. Right. Oh, yeah, that's 2 different songs I mentioned, right?
What is the first one? Like, what if God
Tell me all your thoughts on God. That's different than... Is that Counting Blue Cars or What If God Was One of Us?
I think that's got to be Counting Blue Cars. I thought just...
Questions children know. No, it was the first one.
I think if God was one of us, I thought that was just the title of that song.
It might be. But I'm saying that's different than Counting Blue Cars.
Right.
Which was done by, I forget their name. I'm going to just call them Chilliwack, and hopefully that'll get me through this.
Dishwalla.
Dishwalla.
Same thing.
Very close, though.
Name. No,
and that was Counting Blue Cars?
Chris.
That was Counting Blue Cars.
Boffo. Oh, thanks for the non-lyrical part of this song. Crank this shit now. Because this thing is not lined up properly that I can't talk to you over a song. All right, bring it down. Down. All the way down.
We had our fun. It's over now. We just wanted to say like children often do.
That's it. That's all we want to sing.
I guess the name of the song is like children often do. What? Why would you pick that line?
I don't know what got into his head, too, that he felt like he had so much pressure on him during that song. And why are we counting blue cars? No one's ever done that in fucking the history of the planet.
How many blue cars?
All right, here's the game. We're going to count blue cars.
It stinks, this game.
No, don't worry. I'm going to take us to the fucking mall parking lot.
I hate this game.
We got all night to play it. Remember, the record is 167.
It's a very specific game.
Fucking dishwalla, you fuckers.
I kind of remember them getting an award of some nature. And I can't remember what it was, but for that song and them getting on stage, and it was kind of a situation where they were like, yeah, we just thought it was kind of funny, like, what if, like, God was a woman or something? But, like, they said it in a very, like, awkward way. And it was just like, everyone's like, ew. We thought we liked you, but we don't for that.
I like when people just break in that God's a woman and like, I prayed to God and she said, and then they pause for a second to get the applause of all the other women in the place.
Yes! Yes, Queen!
Well, I don't know. I read the Bible and it doesn't mention anything about a her. Look, let's just settle down and say that God's a hermaphrodite so everybody wins.
I agree. Everyone does win then.
Yeah.
Everyone gets what they want.
We finally have something that pleases everyone. A hermaphrodite.
A God that has both vagina and penis.
But far away from each other that they don't cause any problems.
Right. Now, are they up and down or side to side?
I would put the vagina where the belly button is.
Okay.
That way it doesn't cause any problems. Or if you want to keep the vagina in the regular place, move the cock up to the belly button.
Right.
And then hermaphrodite God would be like, oh man, I got to go take a double piss right now. All my bladders are filled.
I'm pissing out 2 holes right now.
Holes of God.
Now, does the butthole stay the same in this God?
You don't need an extra butthole. Okay. I think...
I thought maybe it would go penis, butthole, vagina.
Well,
butthole.
the thing is, you never find out that a man has been born with a girl's asshole and needs an operation because they're living in both worlds. And no one will say, I don't want that man coming in his bathroom because I found out he's got a girl's asshole.
He's got a girl's asshole. It's bleached, very clean.
I think the bleaching of the asshole has stopped. That craze is...
Is it over?
You notice that it started when we got cameras on the phones and people finally got some good clips of their assholes.
Right.
So if you're online and you're flirting with someone, say, send me a picture of your asshole, would you? Thanks.
I want to see it.
Ew, Chris. Sounds like he meant it.
Look, he's got the money to be fucking disgusting.
I got creep money now.
Oh, God. This new Chris Stanley is going to be difficult.
The old one was.
I know, but this one seems like he's going to be worse.
My nickname for him is 130 Chris. I don't know why we're even calling him that.
Strange.
He goes, call me 130. You know what I missed today is that fucking Korean chicken. It's like, do you have a fill-in?
Don't have a fill-in.
That's odd.
Then just get more chicken.
So just get more chicken?
It was so good. It brought so much joy to this team.
It was a nice lunch.
But they don't have a dessert there, huh? It's odd.
No, just
chicken, odd thing to do.
Chicken and chips.
I guess they figure because there's so many other places around there in the food hall.
Yeah.
Or mess hall. Look what it is. Disco Dan.
Oh,
Dan. What if Dan was one of us? Fucking slob like one of us. Steven, Texas.
And whiskey.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a comment to make. I've been thinking about this a lot, and you can't have the vagina where the belly button is, because if you have an erection and you're doing ab work, the God is screwing themselves.
Luckily for you.
But that's where Earth came from.
Never going to be doing ab work.
I was reading, I'm a little fucking smarter than you guys, so I was reading a science book.
Oh.
And according to this science book, there's over 500 stars in the night sky.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I thought there was like 7, maybe 8. Over 500.
Definitely over 500.
A star is it's a sun, right? Like our sun, right?
Yeah.
Each one of those 500 stars has over 8 planets. And each of those planets is filled with human beings, the way we are.
God, I didn't know any of this.
Yeah. And those human beings are getting together to come here and kill us.
No, Jesus.
Okay, I wish you would have started with this before you're just telling me the amount of suns.
If I buried the lead, it's bad. I just wanted to give you the backstory. I didn't want to tell you there's a lot of people who come in here to kill us, and you're thinking, who, Mexicans? No. Mexicans are fucking completely cool. Very cool.
I'm hoping we can all work together.
Send Vito in here as quickly as you possibly can, will you?
No.
I mean, I just want him running.
Okay.
He sent us the thing on the best hot dogs in the United States and America. And I'm like, well, first of all, Vito is putting this out when we're having a major recall of hot dogs right now. There was bone fragments found in some. And I don't want to say the name of the company because I don't want to fucking get it wrong.
Right.
And get the world's biggest lawsuit and have to borrow money from Chris to pay this off. Because Chris has got nothing but what he calls party cash.
Not yet.
Now, Vito, in New York City, where do you go for your hot dog?
I go to Great the Pie on 72nd and Broadway.
All right. I just want you to, Chris, put up a song as loud as you can for a second like you normally do, okay? Because I got to say something to Chris off air. To Vito off air. I told Vito a secret, and that's just for Vito to know. Nobody, Gail heard me because she was sitting in between us.
I mean, it was a lucky position for
me. Now, one of these things, now you put up, what is it, the best hot dogs in the world?
The best hot dogs in the country.
Now, one of them is in the food hall where we get our Korean fried chicken.
Oh, I'm very intrigued.
Yeah.
Really?
One of these is also a place that I stop every time I'm driving through Bridgeport, Connecticut. Danny's Hot Dogs.
Yes.
They would have been number 1 for me. And I go like this. I like to order some Danny's Hot Dogs. And they go, oh, how many? And I go, what do you got? What do you have that's done now?
Right.
Put them in a fucking sack. I'll get in the car and eat them. They're delicious. So Danny's made the list. Also, another one, the Wiener Circle in Chicago is right down the street from Molly's. And when I'm in Chicago, I go to Wiener Circle, get myself a nice fucking hot dog, walk down the street, get myself a Ron Bennington's cupcakes from Molly's Cupcake.
Is that the Chicago dog that we got when we were in Chicago together years ago? Because I remember having a great Chicago dog.
It is. That's the spot. Super Duper Weenie is on the list. They're in Fairfield, Connecticut. A lot of times I will stop there if I'm not near Danny's. It's Super Weenie. In D.C., I used to go to Ben's Chili Bowl. They have a hot dog. Normally, I would just get the fucking chili there.
Yeah.
I don't want a hot dog in the middle of my fucking chili, but some people like that.
I'm not going to lie. I fucking love a chili dog.
Why don't you just like chili? Chili's great.
I do like chili, but I fucking love a chili dog. Like, that's best case scenario.
Where's your favorite hot dog?
I really like going to, just like when I'm in Coney Island, I skip Nathan's most of the time and I just go to Paul's Daughter, which I think is totally legit.
I don't even know about this.
Paul's Daughter is just like another, like, very beach, very like...
I go to fucking Nathan's like a goddamn tourist, I guess, huh?
Well, the thing about Paul's Daughter is, like, I think it's just as good as Nathan's, and then there's like no line. So you're like, you can walk up and be like, yeah, this is just as delicious.
I've never been. I've always gone to Nathan's.
Paul's Daughter is the one that faces the beach.
Oh, shit.
Not faces the street like Nathan's does.
You take your girl to Coney Island yet?
Not yet, no.
Oh,
I thought she was your Coney Island baby.
Yeah, that's the best date there is.
And play football for the coach.
Not yet. Soon, though, I think.
Remember Fiona wrote that song about going to her boyfriend taking her to Coney Island?
Jonathan, which is, what's his name? Jonathan Demme?
No, Jonathan Demme passed away.
Not Jonathan Demme. Jonathan Ames?
Yes, Jonathan Ames.
That's who it's written about.
Yeah. I'm still laughing over Jonathan Demme. Because, we had another big death weekend. That was terrible. Couple of big scores. All right, hold on. Greg in Chicago. Greg, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Bennington.
Yeah.
I just got some hot dogs from Red Hot Ranch. I just want to put them up there. They're one of the best in Chicago as well.
Red Hot Ranch, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm not familiar with it. And the problem is, sometimes, you'll go to a place, you'll enjoy the places that you went to, so you keep going back to them. And that's where I am in Chicago right now.
And this is just like this is like a Chicago style with
Chicago. First of all, we call it Chicago style. They just call it a hot dog.
Right.
They're not like, hey, would you like a Chicago style hot dog? They're like, would you like me to put an entire salad bar on this?
I feel like the celery salt is what's very clever about it. That's kind of the best part.
Relish. I mean, I'm going to tell you the truth. The onions, I normally am like, oh, don't put all my shit. I want to taste the meat. But a hot dog doesn't have a lot of fucking flavor.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Chicago, what up? It tastes delicious to me. By the way, people don't realize this. Chicago is called the Windy City. Mm-hmm. The Windy City.
Interesting.
Adam, New York.
Hey, how are you?
I'm so goddamn good.
Sorry to hear that. Hey, I think I've heard you say before that you come up to Saratoga Springs every summer. Is that right?
Yeah, we tried to. We haven't this year, though.
Yep. The track doesn't start till next week anyway. But, hey, if you do come up and you want a good dog, Glens Falls, New York is 10 minutes from Saratoga. There's a place called it's called New Way Lunch, but everybody calls it Dirty John.
Oh, I've been to this place, and it's fantastic. It's so good.
The place has been around for probably close to 75 years or so.
Yeah, I always go up to Lake George, and then I've been going there for years, but just this last year found out about this place. And what do they call it? New something lunch?
It's New Way Lunch, but everybody calls it Dirty John's.
And it is really, really good, and it's a very legit place.
Those onion rings are too big to me.
It used to be if you went there and you ordered anything but a hot dog, they cooked it in the back. They didn't want anybody else to order anything off the menu besides their hot dogs.
Smart idea. I mean, you're a hot dog place. I wouldn't even have anything else.
I'll make it for you.
But then don't put it on the menu. Just put hot dogs on the menu.
Why would you order that? This is an embarrassment.
Vito, you said that George Romero died listening to the soundtrack of The Quiet Man?
Yeah. That's what his family released.
My friend Kathleen from the Bronx was just in Ireland. Loved it. Said she ended up crying every day. And she went to the town where the Quiet Man was shot, and they put up a statue of the two leads in The Quiet Man, and then Kathleen was next to it with a stick, with her caption was a stick to hit the pretty lady with. And I'm like, someone's really a tourist there. That is the sweetest thing. That was listening to The Quiet Man.
Yeah, with his family surrounding him.
I talked to him on the phone once, but never had him in. I don't remember what we were talking about. Probably fucking zombie movies. I can't imagine anything else. Probably. I don't think I was calling him about the upcoming election, and if you know anything about who the Russians were talking to. What about Upper Chichester? Someone just writes Upper Chichester to me.
What dog?
See, here's the thing with Upper Chichester. You're really just looking at the three Twin Oaks, Boothwyn, and Ogden. A lot of people don't realize that.
No, I didn't realize
then
that.
Then you had the Lower Chichester, which, of course, you got Linwood, Trainer, and Marcus Hook. And you take these two things, these two different kingdoms, these two terribly different fucking people, and you put them together. And you have a force that some say is the greatest force known to man.
This actually sounds a lot like Game of Thrones.
And that's Chichester. Well, why would someone just write to me and just say Upper Chichester?
That's a place?
Yeah, that's a fucking place. It's if you look at all of Chichester, it's the upper part of it.
Gotcha. I see now why they call it that.
Now, when I lived in Twin Oaks, I just had to drive past Twin Oaks Farms. Before I know it, I'm in fucking Aston, and anything could fucking go down there. You know what I mean? With those pricks. Then I fucking dated a girl from Brookhaven. You would have thought, you know what I mean?
It's a real Romeo and Juliet story.
Absolutely. In a lot of ways, it was more like Romeo and Romeo. I'm not going to lie to you. John's Doggy Shop.
Is that like a place that was like around for a long time and not open?
It's closed. Yeah, they were like a little fucking. This is a waste of my time to bring this up in the middle of this. Hey Kyle, what's up?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Hey, what do you say?
Hey, I heard about the Comedy 101 with having Jim Norton.
Yes, we're very excited about it.
Or judging. You guys have got to find, I don't know how you can do it, but you got to find I want to say this correctly, but a transgendered comedian to go up there and have him judge a transgendered comedian. I think that would be hilarious.
Did say that correctly, by the way.
By the way, we did it last time. We had a transgendered comedian, Austin.
Yeah.
And she killed.
Yeah, she really did.
I know. I love those 101s.
And this show seems like it's made for Norton. Am I correct, sir? Oh, he's gone. He just said, I love those 101s, and he fucking just dashed. Felt like I wanted to get a nice long conversation with him.
Just left here with this glass slipper.
Our buddy Red in Canada.
Hey, buddies. How's it going?
Hey.
So, you guys are having the Just for Laughs thing in Montreal here at the end of the week. Is that correct?
Next week. The end of next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
See, I don't have Chris Stanley money, and I live 1,500 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it'd be a very big expedition. But I was hoping to get on the pre-approved Gail Bennington groupie list.
There's a lot of them up there.
It's quite a list. I'll have to go through
wannabes, they call them, the wannabes. But if I was you, I'd definitely make the drive. It's well worth 1,500-mile drive.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Dan Soder's going to be with us. What more can I tell you? He's in the bomb fire. It's a fire of bombs.
Bomb, is it?
You can do 1,500 miles by Friday, July 28th, 11 p.m. at the main line.
Worked it right in.
Good fucking tired,
You worked it right in. It was smooth.
That's the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. Go to the ibang.com for tickets to Comedy 101.
Tomorrow you get $8 million, right?
I don't know if I'm getting $8 million. I hope I'm getting
How much do you think what's the least amount that you'll take?
Probably like...
You'll take any of it.
$750.
What's that?
$750. Like $750. I could walk away with, not feel totally like I've been fucked.
Now, is there a chance you say I don't accept this and you stop and maybe you guys go in front of a trial, or you have to take something?
I don't have to take something.
Okay.
I could. I'm speaking with my lawyer tonight. I'm going to get some more details or whatever what can happen. But I can.
Are you going to cut your hair before you go?
No, I'm not. I'm leaving.
Going to shave?
I might shave. I'm not sure.
I think you should.
I don't want to be clean shaven. I don't like that.
Why?
But I think
you look like a nice young man.
You should, and you should do something with that.
The fucking hair is too thick for you to go into court with. It's fine for here.
Yeah.
I think you look fantastic, but you know what I mean? You look rockabilly, if I'm going to be totally honest right now.
You got to do something.
I feel like that's a positive to give a young man this.
Not to judges, okay? Judges follow the rule of law. And they don't like rockabillys.
They don't. They don't like to rock.
You'll never see a thing where in a courtroom like a judge will be like, oh, go to rockabilly's here.
They're pretty serious about the clothing, a nice clean face, nice
they don't
nice
want
outfit.
to fucking rumble in Brighton, dude. That's not on their fucking agenda right now.
I might have to put some product in my hair. I think that might.
No. You don't want to wet it down. That'll make you look like a Wall Street creep. You might as well come in with your dick out.
Do me a favor. Make sure you stay with your lady friend tonight and make sure she does you nice in the morning, gives you nice hair.
Do you guys sleep over together?
Yeah, every night. Yeah.
You're every night of the week?
I think it's been almost, for the last 3 months, it's been almost every night we've seen each other.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Now, are you, but sleeping together too, huh?
Yeah, sleeping together, yes.
Your place or hers?
We switch it up.
So where'd you sleep last night?
I slept in Brooklyn last night.
Now, so then you took the train in this morning?
Yeah. Fucking nightmare.
So you taking a suitcase with you?
No, I've left some clothes at her place.
Oh.
I've learned from you guys to,
that
is
get that drawer.
Where are you going back after the show tonight?
Back to Queens tonight.
Okay, is she coming to see you?
She's coming to see me, yeah.
All right. Now, I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell every boxer, no sex tonight.
You think?
I don't want you losing any of your essence. I want you to go in there tomorrow ready to fucking fight, okay?
You think if
Tonight, you can fool around a little bit, then get out to have a pitcher of ice water, Put it right down your fucking underwear.
I was planning on making love tonight. So I should. No love making.
Feel like making do-do-do, do-do-do. Feel like making love. Chris, here's what I worry about. You leave your fucking essence back there on your bed, and you go into that fucking trial and you got nothing to give.
Oh, boy.
I need you in here tomorrow, because we're doing a big fucking show.
I didn't,
What?
I can't make it in tomorrow. I don't know how long this is going to take.
You will make it in, and you shall make it in that fucking order.
Chris?
I'm pulling for you, buddy, tomorrow. I really am.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully I don't freak out.
So you're going to go over with your lawyer tonight and say, here's the amount. You don't tell him the $750.
Yeah.
He'll go a little higher.
Okay. I'll say 1.5.
Can I tell you? Tell him 125, just to be sure.
No.
Like, get his estimates first, but then tell him what you're comfortable with. I just don't want this guy blindsided when you just start screaming like a nut in there.
If it's a low ball thing, I'm going to say, let's go to trial. Fuck it. If it's not a low ball thing, it gets thrown out. That's when I freak out and fucking, hopefully.
Your problem is going to be something happened to somebody else. Give me the money. That's your biggest problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Believe me, if you could wheel your fucking mom in there tomorrow, that'd be great.
If she were alive, we'd be going to Banktown, banking it up. But
what's a bank?
You
don't need to go to a town called Bank.
Look, don't get, Chris, this is that rockabilly shit.
Yeah.
That is your worst
It's fucking rockadoodle over there.
Can I tell you something, Chris?
What's that?
You're my fucking guy.
Thank you.
You're the fucking sweetest, saddest, bad luck slap rock I've ever met. I'm saying this fucking truthfully.
Okay.
I would love for you to get some kind of comfort in your life.
That'd
right?
be nice, yeah.
What I want to do immediately is find some fucking bank that I can say to the man, I want him to be able to take X amount of money out of this bank every year. No more. I want to find a Mr. Mooney for you. All right?
All right.
You're Lucy. I get a Mr. Mooney. He's not fucking giving you any money except for his emergencies.
Like expenses. Like I have expenses.
This money has to last you for the rest of your life. Another 3 years. So you gotta fucking even it out.
It's going to be an intense day tomorrow.
We did a mock meeting yet? Like, did he practice with you with the camcorder?
Yeah.
No, because that's more of like a deposition. This is more like I'm going to be in front of a judge and he's going to do the talking.
So wait, you're not even going to get to plan your case? You just go in, whatever. He looked at the case already. He looks at your rockabilly fucking ways.
Yeah, come on.
This fucking Memphis look of yours.
Well, I'm going over things with the lawyer tonight, so, this will be...
You should ask for a mock meeting.
I agree.
Late. It's tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Fucking Vito go in for you, please. You look the same. You have the same DNA. I don't want you going in there.
Please.
I have to go in there.
Please don't fuck this
You've been
up for
chewing
yourself.
on a piece of plastic for fucking 2 hours.
Chris,
here.
can you do me a favor too?
Yeah.
Try to center your energy. Don't be all twitchy, pacey. They're going to think you're a drug addict. Most people
You are
do.
a drug addict.
But please, don't with the leg. Don't be doing weird stuff with your
Don't
jaw.
be yourself. Be the exact opposite of you. We want you to get this. We want you to have some security.
Me too. But if it fucking gets thrown out, I'm going to fucking lose my shit.
But focus on what please don't be so twitchy and strange and looking crazy because they're just going to be like, oh, this is a guy we can roll right over. You're going to look
I'll
like
send you guys a picture of me as I go into court.
Vito, did you take care of that other thing I told you to take care of?
Yeah.
They agreed?
I emailed you this morning.
I don't get all these fucking emails. I'm coming to work. Everything cool with that?
Yeah, we're going to talk more today.
I got fucking... Just fucking IM me. Chris, you got him in the email, didn't you?
Yeah, I...
Oh, you didn't know I got my phone back.
No, I didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
I forgot. I sent out a thing, no IMs. You know what? In this case only, Vito, you are correct. So the number one hot dog is the Rut Hut in New Jersey, where they, I guess, deep fry it so much that it cracks. And
Wow.
people love it. And they'll go like this. Give me 2. Give me 2 fucking hot dogs.
Utah, give me 2.
And pork and beef fat.
Do it just like him.
Utah, give me 2.
2. What a fucking nut he is.
Oh my God, that looks amazing. I've never been to this place in Jersey.
Yeah.
Where in Jersey is this? Are we talking?
This is in a place called Hamilton, New Jersey.
Okay.
I don't know the name of the town. It's on Route 3 though. I know that.
Clifton,
New Jersey. And let me see the pictures. Look at that.
That looks incredible.
Doesn't that fucking look great? And look, they put up 2 right away.
Utah.
It's very close to where we are right now.
We should do a trip there.
Well, the next time Jem and Vito have a date, we'll ask them to pick us up some hot dogs.
We do our dates in Jersey.
Did you get anything that night?
Like food-wise?
No, you know what I'm talking about.
We're coworkers and friends. That's where it ended.
That's right. You know what? I'm fucking so admire if you're saying this. You know why? This isn't Silicon Valley.
You're nothing like those king of the nerds.
I would never be like
If I found out that not just Jen, but any girl did not feel safe here, I'd go buck fucking wild, fucking just running around with an axe, fucking swinging.
I think that's the best way to handle that situation.
And I'm going to make sure I use an axe because I don't want to. I'm using an axe, so I'm not overacting. Please don't look at the screen right now, Gail. You'll never stop crying. Stay away. Yeah. That terrible story out of Arizona. Fucking. Oh my God. This is another fucking thing. And I'm not even kidding. I'm fucking. What do you call it when you're like misty-eyed, I guess I would say it was.
Like teary-eyed.
So I had on this show, and it's the girl who jumped from Fox to NBC. I think her name is Hank Azaria, but I'm not 100% sure.
That's about right.
So Hank Azaria is fucking, this is a little girl. Now listen to this fucking story. She's in war-torn wherever, bad place in Africa, right? Little girl. And she's got vitiligo like Fez had.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got these spots all over. Over there, they don't, and she's in an orphanage. They don't like kids with vitiligo. They think the devil or some bad thing. Yeah, some kind of curse, right? So she's in the orphanage, and there's 28 kids there, or 27 kids, and they say, they line them up by their ability to be, and she came in 27th, right? And the only person who was her friend, she's like fucking 4 years old, is another little girl, 26. So 26 and 27 are friends, right? So not only, this girl actually even saw her fucking pregnant teacher jump by rebels and a baby cut out of her. She witnessed this at fucking 4 years old. She's in this hell. She's got vitiligo, so she feels bad. Even adults are not nice to her. And a fucking magazine is blowing around, right? And it fucking lands against the fence. She takes it. She looks at it, and there's a ballerina on the cover. A white ballerina from like Europe or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She said to her teacher, "What is this?" And the teacher explains, well, she's a dancer. Because she thinks it's the most magnificent thing she's ever seen.
Yeah.
That's the teacher. That's the teacher she saw get murdered.
Oh my God.
So she's looking at this. That's all she cares about. So they're adopting. Number 26 gets a thing. You're going to be adopted. And I guess what they do, they send you pictures of the family before you get there. And number 27 would like take her pictures and keep looking at her. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So this fucking white woman, heavyset white woman comes there. And she's coming to pick up 26. And they point her over. They said, there's her best friend, 27. But you don't want her. She's got spots all over. She goes like this. I don't give a shit about spots. I'll take her too.
Oh my God.
So she takes the two of them. They fucking get to the United States. She says she's got this magazine that she had, right? She goes, I want to be a ballet dancer. She goes, yeah, we got fucking ballet back there. We got tap. You can take fucking disco. You know, I don't give a shit whether you do the lambada. They get to the United States. They can't believe how much fucking food is here. They're blown away. They just show them all the time. And the girl said she didn't know that all the food was, she just would go out to the fucking store and be like, oh, good. Some food. Start eating it. She have no concept. All she sees is food here. So the two little girls, they go to fucking, the mother puts her in a fucking ballet thing. She said, and the number 26 is like, hey, isn't this fun? She's like, dude, would you fucking focus? This is ballet. This is important. She's doing everything she can. They show her as a little girl. She's just fucking trying so hard. Because this thing blew through through the air and landed against the fence like in a movie. Bada bing, bada boom. She doesn't give up on her ballet dreams. She gets accepted to the big ballet school here, right? Then she gets to be a featured dancer in the Harlem Ballet, world famous ballet. Amsterdam says, we would like you to be in our ballet. She's now a world-class ballet. Beyonce is putting something together for fucking Lemonade, hires this kid to do the choreography. There's a picture with her and Beyonce. And her sister's like, I can't believe it was Beyonce. 27 is like, dude, would you fucking focus? We're trying to do something. This little girl grows up to be a world-class ballet. She dances in New York City. I think she's the first, featured black ballet dancer in the history of the world. This kid, not only has she risen from this thing, but in what? Fucking 14 years? You know what I mean? It's the craziest story. I'm watching this. I get choked up. It's like watching a movie. I'm like, I want to turn this into a movie tomorrow night.
Too good.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Is there a picture of her online? Just put vitiligo 27 ballet. This girl is... Now, what the fuck? A wind picks up a magazine?
That's like something
that's
out of
too cheesy for a movie.
Yeah, it's like something out of Is this her, Michaela de Prince?
Yes. There she is.
My
Show her as a
God.
little girl with the stuff all over her. But look at those legs now. And now she's proud of the vitiligo because that means a lot to a lot of people who have it. I mean, you wouldn't think it was a big deal, but I remember when Fez first got it, he was pretty heartbroken about it. He was very self-conscious about it. He used to put on makeup and stuff. Look at her.
Oh, my God, she's incredible. I cannot believe this story.
And she's like one of the highest dancers in, she can jump higher than most people can.
That's just like oh, my God, look at her.
Yes.
She's amazing. Look at how cute that picture is. It's all the little ballerinas together on the right.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
I mean, dude, this is like a long shot if you were born in Michigan. If you were born in fucking Lower Chichester, this isn't a dream that you could have. I'm talking Trainer, Marcus Hook, or Linwood. None of them are going to get this.
But this is like a pre-made Oscar contender movie.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Exactly.
I watched this thing last night, and I was moved like I watched the Oscars.
Oh, my God.
Look at her. How the hell can you even do that?
Put her, see if you can find the picture with her with Beyonce. I want to see.
Now, even when she was a little girl, they said, well, the fucking teacher goes, we really, and she gets with the elite class, and she goes, well, we really don't focus much on the black girls because you get too much ass and too much breast, right? It wasn't even such a racial thing.
Right.
But they're saying
just your natural build.
That ballet is such a European thing that is made for a certain thing. But then if you look at Simone and all those gymnasts, it's kind of, the same kind of body, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's that story is just it's too much.
I was choked up watching it. We got to figure something out here today. Well, hold on. Andrew wants us to tell us something. Andrew.
Hey, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. I think E-Rock lives right near Rutt's Hut because I've heard him talking about driving to Route 3 on the way to work.
Here's the problem. Do we really want to take out with this? You know what I mean? Or would you rather go there and get it the way it's supposed to get? Because I don't care what you are. Once you drive it that far.
Yeah, you think something's going to change. Particularly something that's going to be fried and it's cracked all open. That's way better hot. I'm not sure if we're going to get
It'll get soggy too, probably.
The bun.
Nobody wants a soggy hot dog.
Yeah, I don't want any part of that.
I want it fresh.
Julian.
Hey, guys.
Yeah. Hey, our friend Julian.
Yes, hi.
Hey, darling.
I just wanted to ask if Chris Stanley had a plan for his wedding. I don't think that's going to go over too well. So I don't know if he's been thinking about it, but that right part of his body needs to be under control.
I was thinking of changing at the courthouse into decent clothes as opposed to wearing them on the subway.
They're going to get rumpled. I'm worried about
also, you don't want to be seen changing in the bathroom of the courthouse.
Yeah, that's going to be weird.
That's not
you're going to go, when you go into a fucking courthouse, it's like going into a plane. They don't want anybody coming in there. And they're going to, what are you doing? And you're saying, I'm changing into this?
Yeah.
And they're going to go, this isn't a fucking play, you animal.
Chris, what about just getting yourself a nice car for yourself? So this way you're nice, you stay in the AC, you're not worried. Look, that's going to mean nothing to you in a couple hours.
Well,
you make
I
car
will say
rides free.
When you put the Blade Runner stripe, that blue stripe across your eyes, do that in the bathroom of the courthouse.
Okay, understood.
Baby powder calms down sweating, too.
Now, Julian, let me ask you this.
Cover your face in white powder.
Yeah.
Julian is a very attractive Brazilian girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you suddenly become interested in Chris Stanley if he's got the $8 million?
No, but I will ask if he could maybe just party with me one night, because I've always wanted to party with him, but now I think he might win this. I really do. So I really just want to fly out, party one night, get it out of the way.
Chris, will you throw a big bash if you become a multimillionaire?
Old school bar 9 bash, Chris.
Yeah, I'll throw a old fucking party. Hell yeah.
All right, I'm going to fucking party plan it. It's a $100,000 party.
What the fuck?
If you get $8 million.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking have it great. I'm bringing in the ballet dancer, number 27.
How much does she cost?
That's really sick.
Racist,
we were all crying in this room.
Not being a racist. I'm just saying that she probably has a fee of some sort to come perform.
Dude, don't fucking...
You said it really weird, though, Chris.
How much does she cost?
Yeah.
She's a fucking... in the movie Mandingo.
Good God, no. No. I'm talking about day rate or whatever.
Julian, are you dating anyone? Date rape?
Oh my God.
We're not date raping anyone, brother, no matter how much money you have. Even if you're like the fucking billionaire, Jeffrey the fucking weirdo.
I'm not into rape. I just want everyone to know that.
By the way, Jeffrey Gurian was at the stand the other night with a very adorable, cute girl.
Really?
Yeah. Not even a lot of times people are like, I think she's a prostitute. This was like a girl next door. And then I gave him a shout out from the stage. I called him the eyes and ears of New York comedy.
Uh-huh.
Then I got to write up in his column for it.
Oh, nice. That's cute.
Yeah. I called over to tell him to make some changes, though. There's a couple things I didn't like.
Misquote?
Yeah, I felt like I was misquoting. All right, so her name is Michaela DePrince.
Yeah.
Michaela DePrince. And she's, this story is, it seems, and then she'll go like this, oh no, it ain't a fairy tale, I gotta work hard every day.
Right.
There's nothing fairy tale about this. It's a very difficult thing to do. And I love that she said that.
Mm-hmm.
Fairy tales are just like, hey honey, you can be pretty and tell something nice.
You're a princess.
No. She's literally one of the greatest in the world. And it's an amazing story. Why would it, and I don't even know what country it was. It was one of the war-torn stuff.
Sierra Leone.
Well, that's the guy who make Italian spaghetti westerns. All right, Julian, you still like in L.A.?
Yeah, I'm actually walking in the park, my daily Bennington walk. I walk a few hours here listening to you guys. So.
What park?
Echo Park in near
Down
Echo Park, California.
Echo Park, Carmelita, homemade cider. You know that song, Julian?
I don't, actually.
Look it up when you get home. Carmelita by the great Warren Zevon. And then also Bosch, my show Bosch, that Gail and another friend of mine, I don't know if I'm giving away her name anymore. Well, no, Jay Lawson's. I don't know why I thought I had to keep that her identity private. They both talked me into it. Now I'm like this all the time. Why am I fucking watching Bosch? Why do I have on this show that makes such huge leaps?
Very crazy.
All right, so I'm going to come out and see you in Echo Park, okay, honey?
Yes, please, guys, come over.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, bye.
We got a guest coming in, Chris?
Yes, we do. Comedian Josh Palladini. He's stopping by in just a moment.
Joshy Palladini's here. Why don't we break first? Because, Gail, you said you wanted to talk to us about something.
I do. I have something on my mind. Are you frustrated that your TV bill continues to change month to month? Dish heard you, and they changed it. With a Dish 2-year TV price guarantee, new customers can get the channels they want at the same package price guaranteed for a whole 2 years.
That means 2 years of the TV that you love at the same monthly price guaranteed. No second-year price increase, no gotcha moments or unwelcome surprises. That's the Dish 2-year TV price guarantee. Because only Dish is tuned into you.
To learn more, call 1-844-CALL-DISH, go to dish.com, or visit a local retailer near you. Requires credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Taxes and surcharges not included. Other restrictions apply. For full details, call 1-844-CALL-DISH. Dish, tuned into you.
Welcome back to Bennington. Josh Palladini's in studio. You can see him at the Grizzly Bear here in New York City. Go to grizzlybearclub.com for tickets.
I think you said Grizzly Bear
You did.
at first.
100%.
Which actually makes too much sense, but it's Grizzly Pear.
Grizzly Pear.
Josh, good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, Ronnie. Thanks for
Josh
having
is
me.
another one of those Philly-New York connections that you're streamlining out of Philly now, right?
No. Florida.
I don't know
New York
why.
connection.
I got the thing that he was from Philly. Where in Florida?
Town called Port Richey.
Oh, Newport Richey or Port Richey?
Port Richey.
So that's above Newport Richey?
Well, above, below, depending on how you look at it, I guess.
So really, Newport Richey's in the middle. So you go back a long time with me.
Yeah, pretty much to the beginning. I think I started listening to you in like 86, maybe.
That would be just almost the beginning.
Yeah.
So you were down in Florida when I was there.
Yeah.
And then you moved to New York.
Yeah, I moved to New York, and you followed me a few years later, pretty much.
Is that right? You came up first? That's cool.
Yeah, I came up in about 96 or so.
How do you like living in the city?
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's great. You know, growing up in where I was like, you'd have to walk 45 minutes just to go to the mall, which was the only thing to do. So having like mass transit and, you know, I'm a night owl too, so I like to... go out till 4 and, you know,
right.
Lovely.
Well, we got a kid working for us. He's interning 9 hours above Montreal in Quebec, where he grew up. And how long was it before you saw big buildings? How old were you? Did your family take you on trips?
I remember the structures being entirely different. And, like, I remember my grandfather, he wondered how, like, running water worked. And shit like that, like how they got like
Guess
running
what?
water at the top
I
of
still
buildings.
wonder how running. I couldn't tell you. If someone came from the future and they took me to the future and they said, how do things work? I don't know how electricity works.
Yeah.
I don't know how running water works.
I would be screwed. Like, I would be able to tell people, like, here's the amenities that we all enjoy. Oh, how do you do that?
I would probably be able to draw them a crude faucet with water coming down out of it.
Like, if the real embarrassing thing would be, like, if you were speaking to someone in the past and trying to explain just how, like, things appear on screen.
All right.
I would be like,
our water comes from upstate here, right? Upstate somewhere. So where is it right before I turn it on? Is it right there ready to come in? Because there's no... I mean, it's fucking right there as soon as I turn the water on. It just comes out. It's not like it's got to come from any...
It's just chilling right there?
Yeah. Like, you would consider if it was coming from, like, anywhere else but almost in the faucet before I turn it on.
I'm grateful for faucets. Like, I've fetched
Yes, we all are.
Yeah, no, I've fetched water, like, the hard, old school way, and, faucets are the shit.
You had to go for water? You didn't have running water?
Yeah, out on our trap line, it's old school. It's like the 1800s. Like, we have to fetch our own water, boil it, yeah.
What do you mean by...
What's a trap?
Trap line's like, it's a plot of land that we hunt. year round. My uncle and grandmother, they stay on it full time. They'll take a couple weeks off here and there, but
so they're trappers.
Yeah, like I'm a registered trapper. I have legal hunting.
What are they trapping?
Anything and everything. The furs are like you can still sell furs.
Oh, and, people would throw shit at you here in New York.
Yeah, for sure. But it's a way of life.
So they trap a fox?
They'll trap foxes, martens, like everything, really. But beaver pelts were the most prized ones because the water comes off them they dry very quickly.
Oh, so that's where the water comes from. How old are your grandparents that they're still doing this?
Well, my grandfather passed away 2 years ago, but my grandmother must be like 83.
Yeah.
She still chops wood, fetches her water. She's strong as shit.
Yeah, well, you have to be. You're going to die up there.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy to grow up that way? So now you feel a little better being from Port Richey.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. What is that weird thumping noise?
I don't know. It's like someone with like really heavy foot.
Oh, they're building something around the
okay.
corner.
I just thought
and that's the sound coming through the soundproof door.
It sounds very similar to when Vito has to run into the studio. That's why I thought it was someone running.
Hey, did you guys all grow up with TV and telephones?
Oh, yeah, on the res, yeah, for sure. But it was still...
What's the hurry? You can't say reservation. It's a reservation.
Yeah, that's how we say it on the...
I'm glad that you have your slang, but we don't know that. We don't know it's called a res.
Yeah. It's often confused with university students. Think it's their fucking dormitory or whatever.
Well, we used to, for res, where I came from, was resurrection, was the church. So you would say I went to res.
Res.
Yeah.
Res was a cigarette. You put the resin...
right?
And put the resin on the cigarette.
Like for residue?
Call it a resi.
Yeah.
There's a lot of res.
But yeah, the reservation has come a long way in like the past 20 years because before the government was just ignoring us, and now now we've been taking them to court, and it's a town basically now.
Did your folks grow up with TV?
No. My mom, like the first thing she ever saw was in the church basement. It was the old King Kong. It was the 1932 one, and freaked her the
39.
fuck out. She thought like there were actual big dinosaurs and shit like that. And
Did she see it as a movie on the wall, or did she see it as a TV show?
I think it was on a TV, like an old TV. Like there wouldn't have been much back then.
What year was this?
This had to be in the 60s. She was probably 6 years old, she said. First time she saw something.
Wow. And then she really thought.
Yeah, no, she was like terrified.
Down in the United States and shit.
Yeah.
They are giant monkeys.
You couldn't live down there. It's crazy.
He was telling me the other night that he's used to the piss smell of the city.
You've gotten used to it?
Because they don't even smell the piss anymore.
Yeah, I've gotten used to it. I usually light up a cigarette to help like mask it, but I'm kind of sad I got used to it actually.
When he first got here, immediately he was gagging on the subway because he was just like, "How do you guys just deal with the smell?" And we're like, "What smell?
What smell? Yeah, we smell nothing.
We don't get the smell."
Yeah. We can't even smell death in the city right now.
It's like is there a hot dog cart nearby? What is that?
So, Josh, when did you start doing comedy?
About 4 years ago.
Yeah. So you waited a while.
I waited a while. I was a musician first.
Yeah.
So it was like, I had always wanted to do one or the other. My dad was a musician, so I kind of like broke down the...
There's always kind of a thing back and forth. There's plenty of people in comedy who started as musicians. And there's even more that when they were little kids, they were magicians.
Really?
Yeah. It's always funny to me. They're like, yeah, when I was 12, I had a magic show. And I just laughed my ass off. Schubert was like that.
Yeah.
Schubert was a little kid who used to play other little kids' magic shows.
I remember that, like, he knew, like, a lot of tricks. Like, he had, like, dove tricks and stuff that he did.
Yeah, Steve Martin did.
Steve Martin was another one.
Yeah.
Woody Allen, Johnny Carson.
I did not know that about Johnny Carson.
Yeah, he's actually pretty good. And he used to go out to the Magic Club all the time. That's where he would see a lot of the people at.
The one in, like, on the West Coast, like that. There's like it's like the something castle or something. Is that
the Comedy Castle.
Yeah.
Comedy and Magic Castle, they call it. And you have to wear a jacket because there's magicians there. It's very nice. It's not like the fucking stand where you can go in there and your goddamn, like Chris Stanley sweating your balls off.
It's constant sweat.
So what's the scene like for young comedians in New York right now?
Well, everything's really changing now.
Yeah.
Like we sort of think we're in the next boom of what's
Do you feel
going
like
on.
it is?
So I think so. I feel like, you got Crashing, HBO's Crashing, the Pete Holmes Show, which is kind of what put the Grizzly Pear on the map, so to speak, and then you got I'm Dying Up Here Now. So
people would go to the Grizzly Pear just because they saw it on Crashing.
Yeah.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah, that's pretty
the power
crazy.
TV. It was on. We got. So the episode that the Grizzly Pear was on was T.J. Miller was on the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he recently just moved to New York, and maybe like 2 weeks after the show aired, he dropped into the club. And he did like a 20-minute set at my friend runs open mic on Mondays.
And he came in and did 20.
He dropped in and did like 20. And he said on stage, he's like, I fake performed here on the show, but I'd never performed here. So it's pretty cool.
It's funny, man.
That's really, really sweet. That's got to be so exciting for any club. You get somebody like just popping in like that. It's must
great
be
for the
so
club,
wild.
but then the comics
amazing.
are like, fuck, I'm supposed to go up now.
It's funny, you see like the mix. Like I did a show where at Dangerfields where Jerry Seinfeld dropped in, and like 80% of the comics were, this is incredible, I can't believe it. I got to open for Jerry Seinfeld.
Right.
I get to follow Jerry Seinfeld. And then there was a couple comics in the corner with like a boo-boo face on because they had to go on 15, 20 minutes later than they were supposed to.
And they got to follow Seinfeld.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
I had so much observational.
I had a lot of observational shit, and then he came in and observed it first.
Look, I observed some shit too, guys. Very aware.
I saw, and I'm not going to say who it is, but a guy who is excellent at crowd work, right? One night I'm in there, and he's like, fuck, you put me on after Judah? Because Judah does a lot of bizarre, incredibly funny crowd work.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I didn't think he'd be the type to bitch about such a thing.
Really?
But he was.
Interesting.
Yeah. But he was. Hey, did you find out about the...
Yes, that's going to happen, and I'm going to get a...
You're going to get the tweet and the text, and you're just going to jump up and run? Well, we'll be fine. Don't worry about us. Chris Stanley, tomorrow he finds out if he gets $8 million in a suit that your mom was blowing up.
Oh, wow. That's the thing for us a long time ago.
It was 10 years ago. It was the Con Edison a steam pipe that they put into the city exploded 10 years ago by Grand Central. People scrambled from the place, and they trampled my mother, who broke both her legs because of the there.
I remember when that happened, Chris says, I go, where were you? And he's like, my mom was, because I saw that thing, and I mean, it was on the news immediately, because right away, everyone's like, is this another fucking terrorist attack?
Yeah.
Remember, this is only, at the time, 6 years after 9/11.
Yeah.
We haven't forgotten about it like we have now.
No.
Where everyone's forgotten.
Yeah.
And then people are taking selfies down at the 9/11 fucking place and making out there.
What happened here? I kind of forgot.
I saw a thing on TV where a guy fucking got engaged to his girlfriend there.
No, that's not true. Please tell me that's not true.
Yes.
Oh no,
And
that's so bad.
He goes, and I want you to never forget the love.
No! No! I knew we would all live to see this day. I just did not think it was going to be this soon.
Well, remember when they had, like they were talking about putting a 9/11 ride in one of the fucking theme parks.
I don't like
where you're in it. Yeah, you're in a tower and it feels like it's shaking and it comes down. It's too. I think it's too close, but I can understand if you were. Well, Jen, do you remember 9/11 at all?
I do. I mean, I was in 4th grade, and I remember them coming in to my homeroom and being like, "Does anybody's parents work in the city?" So that's kind of, and then I went home that day.
I'm from Trinidad. My parents never work. What do you mean by work?
You don't even
what
have
does that mean?
They've never worn a closed toe.
By working, do you mean diving for quarters that are thrown off cruise ships? Then yes, they do work. So did you understand it at all?
No, until I went home that day, and then my mom was home and watching the TV, and then I was still confused.
Right. I was an adult and I was confused.
It's pretty confusing all around.
Yeah. But how did your mom explain it to you?
She didn't really explain. She just kept crying and screaming and just trying to,
That's why I love her.
She's very, very emotional.
And then you said your dad went down there to look for copper pipes.
Oh my God.
Which is bad. And, in hindsight, that's fucking bad.
You gave a price for copper.
You just walked by your friend.
I missed it.
Mm-hmm. My Michelle just walked by. My Michelle.
Michelle?
You think they'll do that? No, you don't know. GNR do this song.
Wow.
We're going to go see GNR at the Apollo Theater.
Amazing.
Yeah, Thursday night. Special show. Just for
you.
Yeah,
for you.
Just
for
us.
Just for the Benningtons.
Totally empty.
I guarantee you.
Right?
I guarantee you we'll be the only one watching the Kills.
I think so too. I was like, I am definitely showing up early to see the Kills.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I'm smoking inside. I don't care what anybody says.
I think you should be allowed.
Yeah.
Like, I think this covers it, right? We paid enough that we should be able to do this.
Well, during the shows, you know, like some people want to smoke a joint or whatever. I love to smoke crack during the shows. That's the thing.
Makes it good.
That's the best time to smoke it.
Yeah. Where you been dancing with? That's going to be a good night. You going, Chris?
No,
No, if you get the 8 mil.
If I get the 8 mil, yeah, I'm going to finagle my way in there. I'll throw some cash around, and I'll be there with you rocking out.
That should be a fun night.
Yeah, hopefully I get this money and I can just...
Is there an after party?
I'll find out. I haven't heard of one, but I will find out about that.
I hope there is.
For Springsteen, there was a lovely after party.
With snacks?
Yeah, it was great food. We were at that, is it Red something?
Red Rooster, I think in Harlem.
I almost called it the Red Robin, and I remembered in my mind that that's a burger place. The Red Rooster it's kind of Southern meets African or something. It was one of the most...
Oh, that's Marcus Samuelson's place, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah. Celebrity chef.
But I heard that he's switching stuff up. Like he's switching the menu there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's on top of it. He don't want to be lazy like those other fucking chefs.
Good. He should attack them.
Well, I'm hoping for a sweet after party then.
I'm finding out right now.
Let me know.
Who are these blondes walking by? What's their fucking story?
They're with a celebrity. Hold on.
You just said Hope.
Hope.
I'm finding out.
They're just like his regular cool chicks.
Yeah.
You don't know who it is though, Vito?
No, don't know who the chicks are.
Yeah. They look fucking unbelievable.
They're very attractive young ladies.
A lot of beautiful women in here with the stars. A lot of stars in here. A lot of stars think to themselves, I'm made into a star. I might as well get a couple beautiful women for myself.
Yeah, like class it up.
What's it good for?
That's true.
Nothing else.
What are we working for? Right? What are we doing this for?
Besides the weekend, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you're rocking some fucking hip shoes that match your shirt.
Yeah, I try, you know.
Joe, is that something, you're a fashion person, right?
Yeah.
Now, what do you think the way Joss is dressed? Would you say
I like it.
He's fashion forward?
Yeah, it's like I want to say it's hipster, but it's not.
It's not hipster.
It's like,
no.
It's the wacky colors and stuff.
Yeah,
kind of.
But what would you? There's no place that you could put his look. Because you think of it as just your look, right?
This is my look, yeah. Chris DiStefano described it as, what did he say? Jesus dressed like the devil.
Okay.
That's pretty
cool.
You know
what? I do like that.
That's cool. That's a good look.
By the way, I saw Chris on Sam Morrill's show. I told him this when I saw him the other night. He was so fucking funny.
Really?
He was just acting like his whole life has fallen apart.
Uh-huh.
And they would as the sports round table, and he goes, well, what do I know? I'm getting divorced, sleeping at on my dad's couch. And I don't know. See, here's the thing. I think if you're going to come in looking like him, you got to have a fucked up life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like success makes you go, oh, okay, now I can definitely hate this fucking good looking guy.
Yeah.
But when he's like, I'm getting divorced, I don't know if I'm even going to see my kid. And it went on throughout the episode.
That's hilarious.
It really had me happy.
But I agree. You can't have everything in life. People are going to hate you.
You can't have
do.
too much.
No.
And then he was wearing a Rays shirt because he wears a different fucking baseball shirt everywhere he goes.
Mm-hmm.
And the other night, people are like, hey, you from Tampa? He's like, no. Just want to cover up my big nipples.
Early reports are saying there will not be an after party, but I put feelers out to multiple different sources.
They're saying no after party?
One source saying no after party. Other source hasn't gotten back to me yet.
Who are the two sources?
Liam and Mark Zito.
Who said no?
Liam.
Yeah, then there isn't one.
Yeah, Liam.
Fucking
no.
Liam is in on everything.
He's the guy
here.
behind the guy behind the guy.
Yeah.
Now update. It's possible, but it's a late show, so who knows?
Well, did you plan one or not? I mean,
is this the fucking city that doesn't sleep or the city that sleeps early?
doesn't sleep, Ron. That's what I've always heard.
This is an embarrassing day for me to have Josh here. Okay, he and I go back 3 decades. He's coming in like, oh, I hope everything's going on with Ronnie Bay, and he's saying fucking shit like this.
Josh Palladini's in studio.
Yes, I just said it.
He performs at the Grizzly Pear here in New York City. Go to the grizzlypearcomedyclub.com for all information.
Right there on McDougal Street. Right now has that comedy alley there, you know, you get the cellar and then...
Yeah. And the cellar and then people stop.
The cellar, it's like we get the runoff, you know?
But the cellar, are they very friendly with the other clubs? I'm going to say no, if I had to say.
You think elitist?
They're on top.
Well, Dan Lamort is a young comic who's passed at the cellar. He drops in at the Pear. Yeah.
It changes everything for me.
But who knows? You know, once the pictures of the comedians go up on the wall, then everything changes.
Then it's a whole new fucking world for them.
And it's territories, and you know, it's like mafia stuff.
I don't believe. Here's 2 things I've never believed in: A, that you have an exclusive with a club; B, that you have an exclusive with a show. Whether it's a radio show, a TV show. If I was Colbert, I'm like, I'm not going to tell some fucking young comic he can't go and do the other shows. How does it affect your life to be that kind of guy? And by the way, I'm not saying Stephen Colbert does that, but I've known in the past that some shows are like, hey, we put you on, so we get to keep you.
Yeah, that's so...
You're not having me here every day.
Yeah, no.
If I'm in every day, then you have an exclusive.
Exactly. If you're paying me every show, sure. But like that doesn't make any sense. Particularly, come on, let's be honest. The whole point of this is to promote. The reason that somebody would agree to do this would be to promote themselves. Mm-hmm. Why would you take away the ability to promote themselves?
Right.
It's just mean.
What if you were like rivals with the other person? You know, like
then here's what you do when you're a rival, right? You fucking treat the public better. You treat the employees better, and you show that you're the better fucking thing than them. You don't give less opportunities to people and act like choose me, or you get no opportunities.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like,
and everybody's a rival in some ways. In other ways, you're all in the same business.
Exactly.
You think Letterman and fucking Leno hate each other today? There's only 2 people who know what it feels like. Them. They got no one else to talk to about it.
Right. That's the same thing with like politicians, where you're like, they're closer than you think because they...
You see Clinton with Bush the other day, right?
Yeah.
They're just fucking hammering it up, having a time of life. Because they get the pressures of it.
Yeah.
And well, guess what? One day they'll let Trump into the group. They're like, come on in. They'll bust his balls at first like they do new guys.
Right.
You know? They'll take some shit.
A little hazing.
Yeah, a little bit of hazing. And Obama's welcome, except for both Clinton and Bush are racists.
We'd like to have you in, but, you know, it's against the rules.
But we're playing golf, and it's at a club, and...
Well, 2 words for you. Tiger motherfucking Woods. How did that work out?
My other source is saying there is no after party. So what I'm getting, who knows what can happen? One person saying no.
So that's sounding like no, Chris Daly. I'm gonna mark that down as no.
I'm gonna look around. Maybe there's a secret after party we can find out about.
There's always a party somewhere. Jeez, especially uptown.
I mean, GNR goes
in the tunnels uptown, the rat's own dream guns them down. Yeah, they might be right, though. It's a little late. Because who knows what time GNR will show up.
It could be late.
Yeah, I'll start writing. I will start breaking up the historical Apollo Theater.
The Kills are going to get that stretch.
Yeah,
we're running out of songs.
You just hear him playing it again.
Real good one. Didn't he just play that 10 minutes ago?
And you just hear the words like, wow, thing. Just reel a lot of standards.
Start taking requests.
Yeah, just Johnny be good tonight because we're taking care of business. All right, folks? Like the Kills have been on for 3.5 hours. Have you ever opened for anybody and you get the stretch sign? Stretch it out?
I've gotten the stretch sign once at the Village Lantern when the ceiling collapsed.
See, that's the thing. Stay on stage.
I got to stretch. Yeah, hold the live mic while the room fills up with water. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm the guy. Sure. But it was the first time I ever did 10 minutes, so it was amazing, you know.
And it felt fucking great to go. What'd you go, from 5 to 10?
Yeah, from 5 to, yeah.
There's always like these little steps as you go along. And remember the other night I told you that I saw Voss just eviscerate somebody, because they said, that's the funniest thing you've said yet. And it turned Voss into a fucking madman, right? And outside I was bringing it up to him, and I go like this. Man, you fucking beat that guy into a fine powder. He goes like this. Ronnie, I wish I was doing an hour. If I was fucking doing an hour, he would have killed himself when he got home. And later on in the night, that room was talking a little bit. I'm like, you want me to bring Voss back? And they shut the fuck up. I go, I'll bring Voss back right now. That's what you want. You want me to get Voss? I'll get Voss. I can get him. I got his number. He gave me a Cuban cigar the other night.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, of all the people, I would not mess with Voss.
No.
I would not try to go toe-to-toe with that dude.
Well,
he's so fast.
In the old O&A days, some of the listeners thought, like, oh, I'll make fun of Voss, like the guys do, like Jimmy does, whatever. But they're not fucking understanding that fucking guy is a hired gun. He literally yelled at the guy, I'm a loaded gun. And that made me laugh harder than anything. Who would say that? I mean, he actually sees himself that way.
I do get a lot of pleasure just the idea that he was with a table full of women. Just got totally cooked.
And he had his little daughter. Did you ever meet his daughter?
No.
All right, so she looks so much like little Bonnie. It's crazy how much she looks like little Bonnie. And then she's got Voss and Bonnie as her parents. So she's like a roast comic wherever she goes. She's like an 8-year-old roast comic. And first of all, this is funny. So we're walking across the street and they're in front of me. And Voss has got her until Bonnie picks her up. And he's like this. So you got to eat. You want to get some pizza? She goes like this. I don't eat pizza. He's like, what kind of kid doesn't eat pizza? And I'm thinking to myself, what kind of dad doesn't know that the kid doesn't eat pizza? I mean, you can say Bonnie is mother and father of this child, right? So the kid's in a bad mood. She wants to get fucking sweet tarts instead of, dinner. And Voss says to us, look, you got Ron Bennington here. He's got a radio show. He's really cool. And she looks up and goes like this. Radio's over. It's podcasting now.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And then Ari wanted one of her sweet tarts and she wouldn't give it to him. And then licked it and gave it to him. And he wouldn't take that one. I go, it's a little kid's fucking licked it. So what?
I mean, little kids lick everything.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
They say, I think a child and a dog has the cleanest mouth.
That's right.
It's totally fine.
Now, Chris, would you eat licked food?
Yeah, no problem with that.
No, I don't understand why people freak out about it. What about you, Jim? Would you eat licked food?
I wouldn't. No.
All right, but what if your boyfriend licked it and gave it to you? Would you eat it?
Still wouldn't do it.
But you lick his tongue.
Really?
You lick his tongue.
Like, what if you shared an ice cream cone? That's a lickable food. You wouldn't share an ice cream cone with a boyfriend.
Not even with my parents.
I shared an ice cream cone with our intern. Connor.
I shared ice cream cone with a homeless guy last night. What do you?
Dude, I saw you know how we have that pizza joint down here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So these two guys in there in fucking suits, and they walk in there and they go, how much is a slice of pizza? Which, by the way, I've never asked in my life. I'm standing behind them.
Oh, you know it's going to be within reason.
Yes.
I mean.
So they go $4.50. He goes, give us one slice.
What?
And they fucking two grown men in business suits pass the slice back and forth. Why I, seriously, like a master of the universe, are eating a single slice on my own.
Mr. Big Bucks over there. Eating your own slice?
Yeah, I had my own slice. I felt like calling Chris down to give him the crust.
I would have taken it.
Then we'll always give half-eaten food to Chris. I gave you half a sandwich the other day.
It was awesome.
It was gone within seconds. It's like throwing it to a dog.
Yeah. Really, he loves it.
Now, I told you this before. The guys at Shade 45, we look at, and this was like years ago, back when, it was many years ago. And there would always be personal pan pizza boxes. Personal pan pizza.
Stacked up.
And we're like, what the fuck is with you guys in the personal pan pizza? You couldn't get a worse fucking deal.
No.
Even they say never buy a medium pizza.
No.
Your money's in buying it for like an extra 75 cents or something.
You're getting a lot more pizza.
You get 2 more yards of pizza. So then they say to us, it's fucking gross to share pizza. It disgusts them, everybody reaching in. And they're like, you wouldn't split a sandwich with someone? I go, yeah, sure I would.
I totally would.
And then they pass the blunt. That's the thing that doesn't...
Thank you.
They pass the blunt around the circle. And
I'm going to just say lipping it. Just lipping it, leaving it at that. But, Jen, would you share pizza with someone? Because we order pizza here all the time.
Yeah.
That doesn't disgust
or like
you.
bite for bite? Like,
no, just
would you just take a slice?
They wouldn't take a slice out of each other's pizzas, these guys. They thought that was gross. They're like, this way you know how much you have, blah, blah, blah.
Right. I mean, I do like a personal pan from Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
I'd prefer that.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know what it is.
It's true. Stereotypes are true.
What's wrong with a full-size pizza?
They don't want everyone touching it.
I'm not shoving my hands in every slice. I'm taking my slice. I'm eating it.
I'm going to be honest. You do touch a lot of the food. When
I might touch one next to it.
I've watched you with a thing, and you should never prepare the pizza. You're disgusting. It should always be one of the girls. Because you go ripping with your big, freshly jacked hands.
I agree. I would prefer for either me or Jen to serve. And that's just because I believe that's a woman's place.
There you go. Tradition.
That's a woman's place. Men eat first. You know what? And then me and Jen wait. Make sure
Smaller
you guys
hands for...
I don't mind women preparing like that. I think that's fine. But I definitely want you to clean up. And I'm always disgusted if I don't see you guys tidy up a little bit.
We have to keep this place nice.
Is there ever been one society that the woman ran things?
There has been very few, but I wish I could remember what it is. It's like maybe a South American country, maybe it was a European, but they were the predominant landowners, business owners, and I wish I could remember what it was. But for the most part, no.
But it's probably near the Amazon, right? Because that's the concept of the Amazon women.
But that is a fantasy. I don't think there really are Amazon warriors, are there? All right, hold on. The fucking Cree Indian knows. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, a lot of native tribes would be run were matriarchal societies.
Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking. Not South American, but maybe like.
And it was very communal. Like there'd be 2 or 3 at one time being in charge, so it was kind of like they bounce ideas off each other.
Now, why wasn't one of the ideas the wheel? So you could catch up with the rest of the fucking world. And maybe, I don't know, iron?
Yeah,
some kind of crude
nice when you guys
iron fucking thing instead of still using stone?
Yeah, I wasn't in charge.
Now, do you consider your ancestors, the Cree Indians, to be Stone-aged? And they never made it past Stone Age?
Yeah, you could say that, yeah.
So they're cavemen?
No, we weren't in caves.
He's a caveman.
What were they living in before white people got here?
There was teepees, and we had more like permanent like winter structures that were like basically just like wood kind of stacked diagonally on like top of each other to make like a big house.
Why are you laughing, Chris? Because they stacked it next to each other instead of fucking had nails.
Chris, you wouldn't have come up with anything better. You're judging. Definitely. You could not have a society. You're coming up with ideas if Chris was in charge?
I'd love it. I'll have to see what would happen, though. How fast that fucking thing
You'd kill yourself. Chris would have one invention to still. Chris, you don't plug anymore. Josh, you say you don't give him a plug?
Josh Balladini's in studio. He performs at the Grizzly Pear here on McDougal Street in New York City. Go to thegrizzlypearcomedyclub.com for all information.
Do you get the fucking wordplay, too, at Grizzly Pear?
You get it now?
Grizzly Pear, yes.
Now, you said that you play Uptown, too, as well, right?
I've played some Uptown, yeah. I used to do Dangerfields quite a bit.
Now, what's the story with Dangerfields? Because I go by there and I don't even see a light on. Like, they don't have... It's a painted sign, right?
Yeah, it's a painted sign.
But to me, this is one of the great names in comedy, the great names for tourists. I feel like I could turn that fucking room around tomorrow if they give it to me.
I was actually... part of a group, had a manager for a while that we were producing shows there, and we're starting to turn things around, and there's resistance to change, especially without like nothing has changed from when Rodney passed.
Right.
It's the same warm-up tape, I think, is from like 1978 or so.
Yeah.
Like it's very Diana Ross and Bee Gees heavy and very disco heavy, and then inside they haven't changed any of the decor since they opened it. And
But that could even be great if you did it properly. You know what I mean?
Sure, of course.
It wouldn't take much.
Yeah.
It's a great room. Fills out nice. When there's a lot of people in there, it really.
But you don't go back and play the room anymore?
No, I haven't been there.
How many seats is it?
700.
We when we had we packed it out a couple times. I think it was like 260.
That's
or
great.
So.
That's a lot, yeah.
That was the night that Seinfeld dropped in.
Oh, people know in advance?
Yeah, there was. Oh no, people didn't know in advance, but we had sold out. I think the week before we had sold out the Late Show, and then
Jerry gets a fucking light that goes off in his car.
Yeah.
Oh, a room is selling out.
Yep.
Go over there and kill. Chris, people are saying you wouldn't eat something the kid licked because you don't even go around kids.
Well, no, I mean, fucking, if someone just handed me from the child something that they licked, then yeah, I wouldn't have a problem eating it.
Yeah, but this is a person who can't even be alone with a kid. Now you're saying...
Yeah, I don't want to be around them.
So
but if someone said this food was licked by a child, I'd still fucking eat it.
What if I give you $1,000 if I say I can lock you in a closet for 25 minutes with a kid?
No, that won't happen. I don't want the
He's got $8 million coming. What does he care about your $1,000?
Or else it gets kicked out.
If he gets kicked out, will you take this money and be with the child 7 minutes in heaven?
Wouldn't be in heaven. I would just stand in a room with a child. I can't let this thing.
He's sweating already.
Yeah.
I know. I'm really nervous about it.
I'm telling you this, I've got a lot of tension from it.
Yeah.
I don't. I couldn't let it get kicked out.
What would you do?
No, I couldn't be in the room with the child. I guess it would be fucking kicked out then, because the fucking kid could ruin me.
We're talking about...
when we say kicked out, we meant you're fucking...
Yeah, and he's not worried about you with the child.
I'm worried about
this
you
was
getting
a strong
the money.
hypothetical.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm fucking nothing. I'm incredibly tense. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I'm freaked out.
Let me grab an attorney for you.
Good.
Mitchell Walters. Chris Stanley could turn out with as much as $8 million tomorrow.
Good morning.
A court case happened with his mom. His mom was eventually killed because of an explosion of Con Ed. And
wow.
Yeah, he's waited 10 years.
10 years
for this money. And what I was hoping, Mitchell, is that you could help him invest it.
I think Mayweather is where the money should go.
Oh, my God.
Mayweather.
Let it ride? The whole thing?
Oh, God, that'd be great.
What's the line on that right now? 100 to 1?
Let me look.
It's embarrassing. I mean, everybody's in town waiting for the fight. People are getting ready. I'm leaving town because I made my bet, and the Outlaws are unbelievable. Let me just tell you, Ronnie, I was going to call you Friday. The show has been off the hook. We were sold out the whole week at the Tropicana. Carl was unbelievable. Alan was great. Craig Gass, comedian who does the Sam's voice.
Yeah.
He went off stage and he pretended Sam was still alive. I'm going to send Chris the video of it. It was so scary. People thought Sam was still alive.
Dude, if you guys would have brought Kinnison out. But the Outlaws are the guys that toured with Kinnison, and some people think the worst thing that ever happened to Sam. Other people think the best thing that ever happened to Sam because that's where a lot of the material came from, the parties.
Yeah. A lot of the parties. And we partied all week. It was just a little different kind of party. Just regular meds. We all went to sleep. We went to sleep at 5 in the morning, not at 7. So we did
regular meds.
Yeah. Regular meds. We were up till 5. Everybody was still drinking. But the package guy didn't show up. We were really good. There were no packages.
Not a single package with
Not
Mitchell
a
Walters.
single package. Even Curtain Boy showed up.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I just wanted to call and just tell you everything is good.
Yeah, send me that tape. I would love to see it, Mitchell.
I'm going to send it right now to Chris's phone.
Okay, send it to Chris's phone.
All right, buddy.
Are you guys planning on doing more of them, or what's the story?
Yeah, well, 2 agents came in and was going to try to take it on the road. if it doesn't work out, we're just all going to retire and get our SS checks.
I heard that Carl was talking about maybe not doing stand-up, and I'm like, that's insane.
Yeah, if I'm telling you, he was the greatest I've ever seen. I mean, every night nobody could follow him. There's nobody in this town that could have followed him after he got off stage. He was brilliant every night.
The first time I saw
really
Carl
brilliant.
LeBeau on stage was opening for Kinnison, and I'm here to tell you, Kinnison could not follow him.
Wow.
I know that.
Yeah.
We were in New Jersey one night at Rascals, and the doorman said to me, he goes, Mitchell, how come Carl was great tonight? Does Sam ever tell him, like to throw the show?
Yeah.
Because Sam couldn't follow him, and and one night we switched the order. Of course, I had the greatest show of my life that night. Sam couldn't follow me, so he switched it back to Carl. But yeah, Carl is unbelievable. Just energy. Plus, it was his birthday. His girlfriend flew in. His brother surprised him from Texas. Some other family members from Alaska showed up. Hey, we just partied. It was a legitimate party, but no packages.
No packages at all. All right.
Package free.
All right, Mitchell. Great to hear from you. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yo, I'm going to send it to Chris right now.
Yeah. All right. Talk to you later.
All right, buddy. Love you, Gail. Bye.
Peace, Mitchell.
Mitchell Walters, lock it up. Legendary comedian.
Another guy did magic, right? Still does?
Yeah. He started in magic, and another guy who probably was there in '78 at Dangerfields. Mitchell was the guy that told and hooked it up for Dice to go out to L.A.
Right.
It was like, kid, there's something here, something dicey going on right now. So that's how it works, Carl came out, brought in his family from Alaska, 2 more came in, locked that down.
Everything's locked up. Lock it up or down.
Yeah. Sam, people thought Sam was alive. It was great. Fantastic, I bet the 6s and the 9s that night came in 18-1. I parlayed that over. I never know what he's talking about.
What did he do?
So if I can just get 26 under for you, I'm back on my fucking feet and everything's going the way we need to go. Well, finally, Ronnie will be fucking even the way we always dreamed of being. Totally fucking leveled out. I never know anything he's saying. You put the 4 down, you carry the 5. Look at this fucking race, and this fucking horse just winks at me. It just fucking looks over and fucking saw its eye go down. I'm like, does that? I go, okay, here you go. I saw him fucking get money from that fucking guy that used to jump motorcycles back in
Evel Knievel.
Yeah. He's over like, Evil, look, something's going down right now. If I can get it from you. I see Evil just handing some chips. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I go, my life is getting really fucking weird, man. Because I didn't even think anyone else saw Evel Knievel right then.
Holy shit.
Hey, I had an experience I talked about with you before where I'm in the back of a cab, I'm at light, and a woman tries to get in the room, and me and the cabbie both acted like she just pulled our fucking pants down. I'm like, why? What is it about a car that you act like someone? But if I could have been on a bench, she could have sat on my lap. It wouldn't have felt weird.
Right.
But just like
I had it happen once before, and I gasped like we're under attack, and the cab driver's just like, "What are you doing?" It was a very uncomfortable moment. And then afterwards, we're like, "Oh my god, that gave me a chill. I don't know why." But it was the same thing. The guy just didn't see me sitting back there, yanked the door open. I'm like, "Someone's in here, please help me."
Do we feel like a car is a smaller version of our house?
Yeah, I guess you start to settle in back there. You feel very
feeling of security in there,
But isn't that weird? Like you could be in the lobby of a motel room,
yeah.
Right? Then you go in that room and you would be freaked out if another human being came in.
Totally.
But you would not be weird if somebody sat next to you on a couch in the lobby of a hotel room.
Yeah.
It's not your home.
This is my space. We've decided it's my space.
This fucking 8x12 jail cell is something I now hold dear for the next 24 hours.
It takes me no time, like if I'm staying somewhere, to immediately say, all right, well, I'm going to go home and then do this. I never for some reason, I never say go back to the hotel room. I'm always like, I accidentally call it home every time.
You know what's weird? If I'm staying in a hotel more than a day, let's say 2 or 3 days, I fucking take my clothes out and put them in the bureaus.
Really? I have only done that once or twice for like a very long stay, but usually I live
like
out
you
of that.
Fucking going into my suitcase like a fucking gypsy on the street. No offense to the gypsies out there, but you kill children and you fucking
You know how you
steal
are.
things.
With your bangles.
Oh, I love the bangles. Walk like an Egyptian. You still haven't heard yet, right?
No
Are
word.
they keeping them for an hour?
I don't know. He must be in there for a while.
Rapping around like 5 minutes.
What do you mean rapping?
Rapping
like
what?
fucking hip hop?
They're gonna end around 5 minutes.
Highly unusual.
Everybody.
Who's your favorite rapper of all time?
Mine probably Dre.
Because that fucking thing just came out.
No, it's because I like NWA. Like, I like their deeper cuts, too. Like, my favorite NWA song is I Ain't the One, and it gets, like, no radio play.
Dre's not even on that song, though.
That's all Ice Cube.
Yeah, so what
Ice
happened
Cube
with
is
you
the
and
man.
fucking Dre? Yeah. You're Ice Cube all the way?
forgot about Dre.
Ice Cube all time?
Oh, yeah. Maybe all time. Yeah, probably.
What about for you, Gail?
I'm going to call it a tie, if that's
Okay.
all right, between Old Dirty Bastard and Missy Elliott.
Jay-Z.
All right. And I'm still, this hasn't changed, Fat Boys.
Oh, man.
These guys are fucking
Classic
hilarious.
records, man.
Yeah, and they're funny even when they're walking in, they're coming on stage, you know. But, Chris, I didn't ask you, for your $8 million, if we were to throw you a party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were spending some of that $8 million.
Oh, definitely.
Who would you have?
I have Method Man come out. I think that would be pretty fun.
Oh, that would be cool.
You guys are very New York.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fucking trying to hold on to that as much as you can.
Love the Wu-Tang Clan. They're my favorite growing up. Them and Biggie. I couldn't just say the entire Wu-Tang Clan. There's fucking 9 of them. But out of the Wu-Tang Clan, Method Man.
All right. How about your way? What about what would you say the most impact in New York hip hop history? New York.
I would say Biggie had the most impact.
And maybe Eric, KRS-One, I think had a lot of impact too.
KRS-One was the one that, you know, kind of fucking started it all, me and him.
Really?
Two fucking dudes.
Right.
I mean, that's if you're going to go by them.
Right.
I'm humble about it. But if they're going to say me and KRS-One started it, we did. What's the fucking 90s, that fucking cool.
LL Cool J?
What's that? No. Cooler. That they had that fucking uptown fucking thing. Can't think of. They're fucking opening for 9 Inch Nails.
Shit.
This Friday. I think Friday. Maybe it's.
I think the most impactful is would be Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, probably.
I had Grandmaster Flash.
Melly Mel.
Yeah. I had Grandmaster Flash on the show before, and you know what he said? Me and you started it all, dude. He goes, there's nothing. He looks at me, and we just fucking, we kind of touch hands because, like, we're the only ones who would know.
Who know? You're the only. Yeah. It's like Leno and Letterman. You're the only guys that know.
We are the the Leno and Letterman of rap. Back then, we just called it rap. We didn't even bother calling it hip hop. We didn't know what the fuck. We thought breakdancing was important. What?
Public Enemy?
No, not Public Enemy. Although,
Run DMC?
No, but that's fucking Queens. I don't really throw it that way.
De La Soul?
Same era as De La Soul.
Tribe Called Quest?
Yeah, Tribe Called Quest is opening for 9 Inch Nails.
That's great.
And to me, that was like the only time you could look at hip hop and you were like, oh, it's like fucking jazz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a good fucking era for New York.
Oh, it was awesome.
But that's one that I wanted to explore before for GPS, and they were like, no.
No.
It's got to be guitar based.
There's no guitars in
We
this
need
shit.
fucking drums, bass, guitars, or else it isn't rock. You can't make a fucking, you can't get that when people are saying putting DJs in the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or rappers. You're like, yeah, but where's that? I mean, if you were to say any element, those three things have to be included.
Right.
I know the Doors didn't have a fucking bass. I get it. I know the White Stripes didn't have a bass.
I know you were going to bring that up,
Don't
Chris.
fucking don't DM me the next time that I'm on.
I was just about to start DMing.
Well, Chris, you could DM me because, I might need something.
Oh, that's cool. That's fine. I'm going to have all this money, hopefully, by tomorrow afternoon.
Why don't you plug Josh every once in a while, Chris, instead of fucking bragging about yourself?
Josh Paladini's in studio. He performs at the Grizzly Pear here in McDougal Street here in New York City. Go to thegrizzlypearcomedyclub.com for tickets and all information.
I'll tell you this about Josh. He doesn't fuck around, so don't stir any shit.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying everyone to have a good time.
For him, it's all about being fucking professional.
I get it. Once I get this cash, you'll see how professional I am.
Why then? Why not now? Just prove it to us now.
Like a rich professional guy, you know?
I don't like that guy. Because what's going to happen tomorrow? The suspense is killing me.
I don't fucking know what's going to happen.
My gut feeling right now, and I could be wrong, is nothing. You get 0.
Oh, God.
He gets thrown out.
I'm really freaked out.
And they're actually appalled that you try to get money for a dead woman.
I'm the executor of her estate, so they...
What other kind of executive work have you done?
This is my first foray into executor.
In 10 fucking years.
Oh, God.
How long ago did your mom die?
She died in 8 years ago. 7 years ago, excuse me.
Do you remember what her last words were? Get as much money as you can for that thing.
Please. I hope so.
Last words. Not sure.
What if they fucking just open up your social media account? They see you all whacked out fucking 5 o'clock in the morning talking about pills and alcohol.
What does that matter? Because this ain't about me. It's about her and the pain and suffering she went through.
That's a good point, dude.
Because of this
It's
accident.
a really fucking good point.
Look.
Just because you're a fucking animal doesn't mean that they didn't put them through hell.
Thank you.
Now, but how does them giving you money make up for her pain? I could see, like, if I was in pain, somebody gave me money.
Yeah.
With them saying, look, I know you're in pain, so I'm giving your friend some money.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Well, because I'm going to talk to my lawyer. I'm going to find out that tonight.
Are you going to have, like, maybe, like, a picture of her, like, in the middle of her suffering, laid
pictures.
up?
You never fucking cared enough about her to take a fucking
come on.
Oh, my God.
You never even visited her.
Upsetting.
I was there the entire time. I was her caretaker.
Where's she buried then, Chris?
She was cremated.
And what'd you do with her ashes?
They were in a closet in my home.
Chris, you didn't spread them somewhere nice or do something, or at least like put them on your mantle in a nice thing? Why do you keep it in the closet?
I think it's creepy to have...
I was at his house once.
Yeah?
And Chris, he takes his mom's ashes, he puts it on the floor, and then starts making snow angels.
There you go. I wish you would have said that story. That was just for you. I wanted to get a laugh.
Could have snorted him like Keith Richards.
They say that, but you know
I think
what?
he took it back. I think he said it was...
Honestly, to be totally honest, years ago, before the fucking Keith Richards story, me and Paulo went on the Monsters, the morning show, and they had somebody's ashes that they had bought. And I fucking laid them out on the thing very quickly, chopped 2 big lines, fucking rolled up a bill, gave it to Paulo, and he just snorted it without once thinking of it. And he goes like this, there's bones in there. I can feel like a hard bone. And they were appalled. But you know what? I wanted to just kind of, fucking say, hey, I'm going to piss on a couple bushes here so we all know.
Sure, yeah.
I got my own territory.
You got to let them know.
Gonna mark it up.
Like children often do. A couple other stories up on the iBang. You would never believe this model is 6 months pregnant. Let me take a look at her. Me and Josh will decide whether we think that she's 6 months pregnant or so. Because, by the way, I get weird about people who don't show. Like, I don't mind a fat lady who doesn't show, but a thin woman who doesn't show?
It's weird.
That's odd.
Oh, we see a little... Oh, no. She's not pregnant. Come on.
She's getting money from fucking dudes. Where is she fucking carrying a baby in her ass? That's a fucking beautiful ass. That's nice.
I'm supposed to be what? 6 months pregnant?
6 months pregnant.
Yeah.
That's why I'm for still aborting at that fucking point.
I mean, it looks
Although
like
look at her stomach. She can abort if she wants to.
Yeah, well, the internet's pissed off at her. She did this a few years ago, too.
Why are they pissed off at her?
They think it's unhealthy that she's not showing because she's 6 months
Well,
pregnant.
that's not her fault that she's showing. It's
people like getting pissed.
See, a lot of guys
It's just a shy baby.
A lot of people will say, oh, I won't bag somebody if they're pregnant with somebody else's baby. This is the exact reason why I will. Right up until the water breaks. you know what? Even a half hour after that, because nothing really happens quickly.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, that's fine.
I'll wait till the baby's crowning, and then I'm like, no more.
Yeah, it's when it's time to tap out.
If I literally feel like a thud on the end, That's a tight fucking belly, though, for a nice fucking baby to,
Yeah. That baby's lucky. I don't know why people are attacking this woman and her child.
All right, and then the other big story is the shady insurance scammer caught in the act. Chris, you've done a lot of slip and falls, and your mom has done a lot of slip and falls over the years.
No, I have not, and she has neither.
Here's your mom's best bet. So a fucking pipe blows up near Grand Central. She gets in a fucking cab, drives over there, and throws herself on the pile of bodies.
Her fucking accident wasn't a bit, Ron. It was a terrible accident.
So what are we looking for here, Jen? Do you know? What are we about to see? There's a driving car. Looks like some fucking terrible part of the world.
Yes, we're looking for...
And a guy on a motorcycle. He took his... all
right. There you go.
He took his bike, slammed it against the car, then threw his back up there.
That guy's great.
I feel like we're being played with this video.
You think this is
No, he just didn't realize the guy had a dash cam.
Or maybe they did realize.
Then where's he running off to?
Try to find another car, I guess.
She sounds like she's a fucking Swede.
I feel like it's
British,
South Africa.
British or something. She's saying mad. Plus it's very gloomy where they are.
Yeah, so gloomy.
Oh, mad.
I would love to live in a gloomy place, I want it to rain 300 fucking days out of the year.
Yeah, me too. I hate the...
Like this summer? All right, Gail's back. She got a thing to run off.
Send it to me right now.
Who'd you get your picture taken with?
I just got my picture taken with Corey Feldman.
No, you were a Two Corys fan when you were a kid.
I was such a fan of the Corys.
Yeah.
Corey Feldman being my favorite Corey, but I loved
Was
the
he
two
nice
Corys.
to you?
He was so sweet.
Was it everything you wanted to be?
Everything I wanted it to be and more.
What did you say to him?
I don't even remember. I was like, hey, pictures, stop it. I don't even know. I asked him how the show he just did went, and it was great. It was great.
You ask him if he misses the other Corey?
No, I didn't want to bring up the other Corey.
I would always.
But there was a time in my life that, like, when I was a youngster, and I was like, all I want to do is like write something for the two Corys. Like, I kind of wanted it to be like, you know how Tarantino did for what's his name? Travolta.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to write something for the two Corys.
You like Dream a Little Dream?
I do like Dream a Little.
Get my head around. It was so weird, right? Very surreal flick, right?
weird.
She was a little kid when she saw it, so she loved it.
I
when you're a little kid, you'll buy into all kinds of shit.
I was a big License to Drive fan, but I couldn't
License
take
to Drive is like one of the best ones.
It's a great flick.
It's so good.
Great
That's a
flick.
legitimately fun
There
movie
he
to
is.
watch.
Oh, that's who the chicks were with. You guys are such assholes. That's the Angels.
Corey's Angels.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
With the Fell Dog.
And when you're
Amazing.
going, I'll find out. We know.
What is wrong with you guys? You know who
That's
the
awesome.
Angels are.
I feel terrible.
Ascension Millennium is an underrated song. I know I'm going to catch a lot of wreck for that, but it really is a good song.
That's awesome.
I wish I would have known earlier. I would have let the Bonfire know.
I know.
They love him.
They're big fans.
All right, dude. We got to wrap this up. Thanks so much for stopping by
Thanks
today.
for having me. It was a pleasure.
Are you sure?
No treat. Yeah. I just want to say Mahabone. I want to make sure I get that in there.
Take it back a ways.
Yeah, that's it.
The Shriners have a code. They say Mahabone. Fillers, dealers on the phone. Chris, plug Ola, okay? He gave you money, now plug Ola.
Josh Balladini's been in the studio. He performs at the Grizzly Pear here in New York City down on McDougal Street. Go to thegrizzlypearcomedyclub.com for all information and tickets.
Here's LT in Ireland. LT.
Hey, Ronnie B. Hey, Gail. How you doing?
Good. Oh, your phone sucks.
LT.
He wanted to say that he can't get counting blue cars out of his head now.
Yeah, it'll be stuck there all day.
All right. That's it for us. Thank you very much. We'll see you all again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!